Friday and next Friday, which one's the best one?
Let me think.
And here we go. Couch Gang and Couch Potatoes, welcome back to the BITO'S Couch Potato Podcast. It's an honor and a pleasure to open up this couch session with a special guest, my dog, my homie, the man of many talents, a creator, a businessman, an entrepreneur, the founder of Isiah Lamar Films. And if you need a music video recorded and your precious moments captured, this is your guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Slines and Dimes, this is my man Keith of Isiah Lamar Films. We're here to chop it up today, so welcome to the podcast, dog. How we living, brother? How we living?
I'm doing all right, bro.
Yes, appreciate sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming, dog. I appreciate it, man. You know, it's been a long time coming, man. We were talking about this for a minute, too, man. I think I said for a minute, I was like, yo, I need to get a mic. I need to do this, that, and the third, and we right now, so we're here with it, man.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people a little about what you do. You know what I'm saying? A little about who you are, where you from.
I bet.
Let's do it.
My name is Keith. I'm the owner of Isiah Lamar Films. I shoot music videos, weddings, all forms of content. Do birthday parties, short films. But for the most part, I just like to create content. I like to create good content. And I'm from Dorchester.
We all from around the way. We from the town.
I don't like to promote no hoods. You know, Boston is small.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm from Dorchester, born and raised. I've been doing videos and photography for about 7 years. About like 2 years with the photography, but videos like 7 years, and you know.
So basically, my brother's about to be the Hype Williams of the music game, you know what I'm saying, of the video game and everything, you know what I mean? And let me just ask you, too, like, what got you into, you know, film and photography? Like, what got you into the journey, man? Let's talk about it a little bit. What inspired you?
My best friend, Anthony Goss, he was, he always, like, you know, shooting movies and acting. So I was always good with a computer, so I was just trying to figure out how I could be an asset to whatever we was doing, you know, because after basketball, it's like, you know, basketball in school is like, what the fuck you
gotta figure it out after and shit.
Facts. It's like, fuck. But I always know I like to create things, so it was like, fuck it, if I could record and he can act, like, why not make something?
Exactly.
And Anthony Goss, he's a incredibly intelligent writer, director, you know, and we just, you know, been teaming up and, you know, going at different projects. We just had a Black Film Festival out in Chicago, in I believe November of last year, and we went out there. And our film called Plant Her, written by Deshaun White, it got aired at the film festival out in Chicago. We got selected to be out there. So, you know.
That's dope.
You know, it was, and I was the videographer on the film. We shot it in 2 days, over in a weekend. I had to drive to New York. So I left work Friday night.
After the 8 hours.
Into New York. Came back Sunday night. And we filmed it, and shit, it got selected to be out there.
That's dope. That's dope. And what was that experience like?
I feel like Chicago was dope.
Yeah, I heard a lot about Chicago too. You want to tell people about Chicago, dog?
Chicago was dope. I feel like it gets a little crunchy at night out there.
Get a little sticky at night. Get
a little crunchy out there at night. I'm not gonna lie. You be outside like, yo, this shit feel different than it did in the daytime, huh? You know, you got the trains and shit going by.
Okay.
And, you know,
I've never been to Windy City too, so
yeah, it looks beautiful at night though.
Okay.
You know, it's real big.
Nice.
Yeah, Chicago's a different feeling out
there. Chicago, different city at night, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Chicago.
The true definition of day and night.
I fuck with Chicago. I fuck with the music. I fuck with the city.
You know, what's their night scene like club scene, music scene in 2025?
Well, the park that I was in, it was during the Tyson fight.
Oh, okay.
Where he showed his ass.
when he tripped and shit.
The night when he was wilding out. What was his name? Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Beating up on grandpas and shit.
Yeah. But nah, it's been fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit, man. My next question is, because I got a bunch of questions for you too, so we're gonna load you up, man. So, with getting into music videos, do you feel like when you make music videos, do you feel like those make or break a song? Like, how do you feel about music videos and songs themselves? Like, do they go hand in hand, or can somebody get off making a single and having a bad music video?
I feel like not every song an artist makes deserves a music video. I feel like some songs. I feel like if a person's coming to me to shoot the video, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not here to tell you that I don't want to shoot you. I could tell you I don't want to shoot the video,
right?
You know what I mean? But I'm not here to, tell you like, I can't select what songs. You know what I mean? I can't select what songs you want to shoot unless you give me that option. Like, let's go through these. So I'll try to like sit. I'll figure out like what the artist's vibe is. You know what I mean, and see what he opens me up to.
Right.
Like if he's gonna tell me, like, give me the option to be able to shoot out of these songs. Like, what songs are ready? Because some songs might not be my vibe, and I might not be the person to do it. So I'm not afraid to be like, this person might be able to do it, or I don't feel like that song matches like, my vibe right now.
Right.
Like, like I feel like with music, you gotta kind of be particular about what you want.
100%.
What type of music you're promoting, and what type of energy you're putting out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some songs is fire. Like I listen to all types of music, but to answer that question, shit.
It depends on the artist, you think, versus like, if they have a single, right? Like if an artist has a banging single and they make that music video. Or let me go back a little bit.
A music video, the song might be trash, but the music video might bring it out.
Okay, so it can go vice versa then.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that way.
I think people want to see the artist. People want to push their music, but like I think when you want quality, you want people that are serious, that are doing these things too. Like you don't want to feel like you're wasting your time, but you can tell the difference between like who's actually grinding and has potential, and who's like kind of bullshitting.
Because I'll give you a prime example on I think what I'm trying to get at. Like for the song "What Did I Miss" that just came out. Now I seen the music video and heard it. Right, I didn't hear the song beforehand, and when me watching the music video, I'm like, nah, this song ain't it. Right, but I feel like people who heard the song before the music video really bang with the song. Right, so like to your point, it's like that music video was trash, which for me as a viewer and somebody who's listening to it for the first time, I'm like, oh, this song ain't hitting like that. Versus if I just would have heard it without the visuals.
I think that What Did I Miss is definitely fire. And I'm a Kendrick fan. I fuck with Kendrick.
It's funny, I like Drake's music. You know what I'm saying? I like him as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
I like Drake's music too.
Fan, so I get it.
I like Drake's music too, but I mean, like, every Drake song ain't like super fire, but that's just like every Kendrick song ain't super fire.
And that's a fact.
I like Kendrick's music and I like Drake's music.
It's okay to like both. We don't say that here. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to like both here as well. Yes.
But who won that battle? Kendrick.
We already know. Y'all heard it first. You know what I'm saying? We all know who won the battle, y'all.
Drake is still an incredible artist.
A talented artist, yes, absolutely. But if we're going to talk rap, though, I don't think he's as good as a rapper as we put him up there to be. But music,
he make dope records. He make dope tracks.
He do make dope tracks. We're not going to say that. But going back to this video here in the song, I feel like what he was doing in the music video. I mean, once again, he's standing in front of a whole bunch of guns, whatever that is, right?
Yeah, nah.
And then he's talking crazy, but singing crazy and crying at the same time. Which for me, I'm like, this takes away the impact of the song, and it goes back to like music videos do impact for me.
But I think that goes back to me saying like, when artists come up to you, you got to figure out what type of energy or what type of vibe you putting around yourself, because it seems like everybody knows Drake to be this particular person, and then now you link up with Wayne and everybody else, and now you become this type of person.
Yep.
But at the same time, these people, I mean, when you got money, people put you in different positions, and you know, you start to build on what you have.
Right. Build on that momentum.
If people not fucking with you, and you know, life is gonna move on, and you know, but at the end of the day, your gangster is always gonna be tested.
Yeah.
You know, if you're putting out negative energy and shit like that.
Exactly. If you're putting that out there, you can't expect anything different for the results.
But there's niggas out there that's really gangster, and they don't mind doing it, but you know, but I don't know. Any man's back's against the wall. You never know what that man bound to do.
This is a true statement. Shit. My next question is getting into that. This is about you today, my brother. This is about you today. Now, also too, you want to speak on what you got right here? You want to speak on the product right here, man? Put people on what you got.
So this is how it all started. Well, nah, this is
part of the journey.
Yeah,
right?
This is a part of the journey. I had started off cutting hair since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And I always knew that, like, aside from work, you needed a hustle. And, you know, niggas like getting haircuts, being fresh, you know. So I learned how to, you know, cut hair and, you know, serve the niggas around me. And, you know, I was cutting hair for like $7 at the time. I was 14 years old.
Right.
And
those are the good old days.
I got tired of waiting. I got tired of my mom's dropping me off at the barbershop and sitting there waiting and shit. I didn't know nothing about making appointments or nothing like that.
Right.
My mom's was a single parent, you know what I mean? So, she dropped me off at the barbershop. After I get my hair cut, I gotta tell this nigga like, yo, you know,
fix this up, do this a little bit.
Yeah, it was like
7-2.
You know, it's just like fuck it. So eventually, I just learned how to like buy the tools, and once you got the tools, you can learn with more practice.
Yep, practice. I
just kept it going with that, and then I wanted to try something different. Meanwhile, still cutting hair to this day.
Yep.
I wanted to try something different, so I like to look at the trucker hats, and I was inspired by Carl Kanai. By the way he made, you know, his logo, all the hip hop artists, they was wearing that shit back in the day. You know,
enlighten folks on who that is. You know, just in case people don't know.
Carl Kanai.
Yeah.
Carl Kanai was a African American fashion designer. Tupac wore a lot of his clothes like back in the day. It looked like it had the big K.
I do remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It had the big K, or you see how the eye is right here. Like if you go back and look at Tupac, you'll see Tupac with a lot of Carl Kanai shit.
Okay.
But it was like
that's another inspiration.
It was like a brand of hip hop that hip hop had you know.
Yep.
Artists I took on. So yeah, I had started the trucker hats, and I started selling those because I just liked the way they looked on me. You know, I got tired of the fitted look. You know, the fitted sizes, the snapbacks. Yeah, the fitteds was kind of like, it was getting like, you know, it was getting real 2000s. Yeah, and it was just like, I needed something. You know, like when some niggas like get older and they start to mature, like niggas might be like, yo, you know, I don't want to wear. Yeah, so they might throw a fedora on.
Listen, I was a fedora nigga for a little bit.
So I was like, let me try something different. So I just started creating those, selling those, and Those did pretty well.
Right.
Some of these things I keep doing, but I find something else to
expand and grow on. But it's all still a part of your brand, because Absolutely. I remember when you started the hats, it's always been Isiah Lamar.
Yeah.
So that's always been the concept about what you've been trying to do, and that's always been dope watching from afar. And that's kind of inspired me to get into this stuff too and get my brand going, because I've always been sitting for years thinking about a brand and how to do things, and I'm just like, I don't know where to start with design, with product, with what I want to do. And that's kind of why, for me, I'm doing the reaction channels and doing and talking about music and doing what I'm doing now, where I'm having people on a platform who talk about businesses, talk about what they do, talk about things in music, because you're involved with music, doing the videos and work with artists and everything as well too. So we're also going to get into that as well too. But that's really what it's about too. It's about brand and product placement too. So
yeah.
My next question though also is what was your first experience to know, like, getting into the videos is like what you wanted to do? Like, what was that experience for you when you was like, this is what I want to do?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of, it was, at first I was doing it for my friends. And then when you start like expanding outside of your friend circle, and actually trying to pursue it, everybody ain't gonna want you to film them. Everybody don't want to be on camera all day. I used to film my grandmother. Like, my grandmother used to be like, I got a lot of videos of my grandmother, but she used to be like, you know, like, you used to do some funny shit on camera, whatever, you know. But when I wanted to expand, I knew I was gonna have to meet people that I never knew, and people are gonna connect you to other people depending on the job, the type of job you do. You know, if you do a good job, people gonna trust you and hire you better than, you know. People gonna want to know who did what, and you know, as long as you do good service and you know you serve your client, like, you know. But the first time was different. It was exciting, but I was nervous because I wasn't fully sure of how to operate my camera.
Right. You weren't fully confident in operations yet.
I didn't know if I had the proper tools to be able to execute this job the way I envisioned it. But I didn't have any prior teachers or anything. It was just like, yo, I want to do this. And I linked up with another videographer. We worked together for a few, and you know, that shit went the way it went. And you know, you just had to learn on your own. And at that time, we had two different visions. So you know, I felt like my vision was, you know, what it is now, which got me here right now, right? But I always knew how I wanted things to look. But doing my first video, it didn't come out that way. Right. You know?
Did you feel discouraged when that happened, or you were like, all right, this is how I got, like, you took it as like a film study, you was like, all right, this is how I gotta make this better? Which route did you take when that happened?
I knew what I wanted next. I was like, all right, fuck. This video don't know how to fucking slow down. Or, damn, I filmed this shit at 24 frames per second. But I want this shit to, like, you know, I want this shit to slow down at this part. Because you see that in this video, or, you know, you see so many videos and content is constantly evolving. You know what I mean? Like, this motherfuckers is on 3D shit. I'm still fucking trying to get my color grade right. Niggas is in 3D shit. I'm like,
like, I haven't made the 4K yet, dog. Like, come on.
But the shit's always moving forward. So, I feel like I knew what I wanted next. And once I figured that out, I knew what I wanted after that. And I just kept buying shit, switching shit. You know, upgrading my tools. You know, and just fucking moving forward with it, and still doing that shit.
Right, because like you said, it evolves every day.
Once you buy some shit, you be like, yo, I need some other shit. I still had How the fuck they get it like this?
You're like, I need that product right there. Like, hold on, what you use? What's that lens right there? Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Uh-huh.
And there's so many different lenses out there. Right. You just gotta like create a story and just get the right shots. Mm-hmm. I've always been a person that's been like big on like detail.
Yeah.
So when I shoot, like I like to get detail. I like to get moments that people can feel.
Yep.
I like to make people feel like they've been there. Mm-hmm. I like to make it feel, you know, like you wish you were there. Mm-hmm. You know.
So what, like, I guess to go off what you just said, like, what are your like 3 points of emphasis when you go into that? When you go into filming, when you go into like making people, like you said, feel a part of it, like, what are your points of emphasis when you go into the job? Any product, whether it's film or videography. Or sorry, photography or videography.
When I go into it with first I speak to my client, mm-hmm. And I figure out what they want. And most times, like, when you get to the venue, it ain't like you go to it is not like a wedding. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
where it's like,
it's not like a wedding where I can go to this venue this week and see what it's going to look like. Yeah. And then come the day of the shoot, like, it's like, when you get there, nigga, it's action.
Right. Like, get your cameras loaded, have your
shit ready. You got to prepare a few nights before, you know what I mean? Especially if you ain't working with a team.
So, like, preparation is key.
You got to make sure you got batteries. You got to make sure your fucking camera ain't fucking up on you. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure, especially if these people are, you know what I mean, investing into
high-paying customers and clients and stuff like that.
You gotta make sure your shit is on point.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. What else? Was that the 3 or was that 2?
What was the first one I said?
Making sure your product's on point, be prepared, basically.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared. You have to, I would say, you gotta be comfortable knowing that everybody doesn't, you don't know people, mm-hmm. you know.
So you have
to be comfortable making people comfortable to be filmed. Like, you can't, you know.
Okay. Because, you know, some people be like, oh, nah, get that away from me.
You don't want to be a creep, nigga. Like,
right. Because you know, weird in the corner, like,
yeah, like, you don't want to be the creep, nigga. Like, you want to introduce yourself.
Right.
And most people that see you with the camera, they always think you're taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta let them know, like, yo, I'm here to do video. Like, this person over here is, though, you know.
Right.
Some people might not say shit. Some people might just be like, yo, I'm not taking pictures. You know. But I think you gotta be confident. And I would say, you gotta make sure your shit is on point.
Stay on point. Have your P's and Q's on point, dog. Watch your eyes, cross your T's.
Be prepared. Prepare yourself a few nights before.
Right.
Especially if you want to do something different than you did on the last job. Mm-hmm. You always want to make it better. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would just say prepare a few nights before. You know, mm-hmm. Treat the shit like school.
Right.
Like you got a test. You know,
that's real shit. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So I ask you also too, since we're talking about doing weddings and, you know, photography and doing music videos, what would you prefer between doing like events such as weddings or people's, you know, photos where it's like a graduation gathering or something like that, or a concert like you did the Millie's Pop Out. I call it the Millie's Pop Out Tour, but like Millie's and Friends.
That shit was fire.
It looked like it was fire. I'm mad as hell. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute too, dog. Like, I definitely want to ask you some questions about that. But what do you prefer, like that, or like the music videos and stuff like that? What do you prefer?
I ain't gonna lie, I love it all.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't have a. I mean, I love to do weddings, mm-hmm. but weddings require a lot more. Weddings require, you know, a team of people.
Really?
Yeah.
And
music videos require a team of people too. Because weddings are held from shit. They can be a whole week or a weekend, like, or for the official wedding day. The length of it is so long.
Like the build up you're saying and everything.
Yeah, like it can start at 8 in the morning. People want you to film from beginning to end.
Got you.
So, you might have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to be somewhere to film people from waking up,
getting prepared,
all the way to the wedding, to the reception.
I'm thinking about being in weddings too, but I'm like,
you got people walking down the aisle, people in the crowd, you got people in the fucking behind the bride and groom that's filming. You want to capture the ring, you want to capture
capture all those important key moments, right? And important people or whatever. Yeah.
So, but I love music videos too. I love working with artists. I love seeing their creativity. I love hearing new music.
Yep.
Shit. I don't do clubs though.
You know, it's funny. I was wondering about that. If you did that, is there a reason why you don't do the clubs? Is because you're not really a club back. I'm not a club nigga like myself. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, you know, back in school, I like to do something. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most lounges is like damn near like
it's damn near club at this point now. Yeah, you know, it's been like that for a few years now.
Hookah, drinks,
bottle girls coming in like this and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
as soon as you see the lights and the candles going up, you're like this.
I like that shit's the club. But I mean, to each his own. But I don't like doing the clubs because, for one, it's dark as fuck.
So lighting's got to be like, you got to figure out the camera lenses,
and it's too crowded. You know, you gotta move through all these fucking people,
and I feel like you gotta isolate people to be like, let me get that photo of you to make sure I can do that. Cause I feel like being in the clubs back in the day, I remember people be like, yo, you want to take this photo, and then you have to like stand over here, or like they have to make room for it and shit.
Yeah, I think it's cool if you're trying to get in the game.
Okay, like a good starter pack.
Yeah, I think it's cool if you're trying to get in the game, going to different spots and seeing if you can film for them.
Right.
You know, and working with different promoters and stuff like that. It's definitely cool, but I prefer like an event, like
something live, a little live,
shit out of one of these fucking parties. You know, I'm flying with a drone and everything like that.
So I'm gonna load that up. Yeah. So basically, everything but the clubs is a go. Yeah, I mean everything but the clubs is a go.
Yeah, I feel like
because I think they have different aspects of it too. Now, is the preparation one of the same when it comes to a wedding versus a concert? What was that?
I think the preparation is the same.
Yeah.
Well, the wedding's a little different. You got the wedding planner.
Yep.
They break down the events and let you know where to be at what time.
They give you like the whole itinerary and shit.
You know, you need to film. You need to be over here at the groom's room at this time.
Okay.
The bride is fucking coming out of the car at this time, and so it's a little more for a wedding, but concert, I like I said, I treat the shit like a test. Still, like I prepare all them shits a week before, 2 days, 3 days, you know, like, 'cause I don't know what may happen.
You got to be like almost prepared for any sort of scenario, so to say.
Man, I done deleted so much footage. Man, listen.
the editing process behind the scenes.
Yeah, man, I done lost so much footage for people, and you know, I made so many mistakes in the beginning, you know, that I try not to make anymore. But, shit is tough. You go somewhere, you don't got your memory card on you. You know, you gotta drive back, or you know, so you gotta make sure that your shit is on point.
So I guess that goes into like, this is a 2-part question that I had for you too. I mean, like, it's a good segue because there's good experiences and bad experiences in like the game, right? Now, what was like your good memories and good experiences that you could like talk about or bring up versus some of the bad memories, which sounds like, you know, you couldn't forget a memory card and all that stuff like that. So like, how have you kind of like overcame the bad situations, and I guess what did you get out of the good situations that came forward? What made you keep going? So 2-parter, I guess.
So I remember it was this one time my man's had sent me some footage that he wanted me to edit from. I think he went out the country. He was filming for his basketball brand. Shout out to Next Level Factory. But he had filmed something for his company, and he sent me the footage to edit it, and somehow I deleted the footage. Like, deleted the footage. I filmed. I was only working with like one memory card. He gave me a memory card. Put that shit in my camera, and I must have filmed over it. But I fucked it up. Right. Basically. Yeah, and I'm like, I felt fucking terrible. I'm like, damn, like he filmed this shit. They spent money to go to this place, you know what I mean? And fucking nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do about the footage. I couldn't recover it. So, you know, like, you gotta give back, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, what can I do? Like, if I could take pictures, or if I can, you know, however I can help, you know, if you need me, just, you know, let me know, because shit, you went over there with that purpose to get that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then mistakes was made. Yeah, it's like, I got compensate. You know, it's like, shit, if you look at me, I ain't want to do this shit. Like, I ain't really fucking delete it, but never do that if I had to choose. Right. Some niggas will duck off and be like, nah. Like, they won't take accountability. You know, they might not hear from them. Right. Especially you owe somebody money. Now you a fuck nigga at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just keep it G and just be like, yo, listen, you know? Because mistakes happen too. I think people appreciate that more. Like, yeah, they gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna feel the way. Yeah, niggas gonna be mad because like, yo, what the fuck? And especially if you ain't got a backup. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think the honesty and stepping forward to it, and once again taking the accountability is a big part of that. Especially when people are just real about shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, what was your lesson learned out of that? Have motherfucking backup? My lesson learned was as I went forward with it, and working with different film crews. You learn, like, when you film, right after you're done filming, you put your footage on your hard drive. I'm about to say making a backup then, right? You have to, absolutely, because your shit could drop, your shit can, you know, it's a memory card. Shit can go corrupted. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. So once you have the hard drive, and once you have that, once you're done, your job is to go home, put that footage on that computer. Yep. Put it on the hard drive. If you want to back up, make a backup file. You know, because if you gotta, you know, if you're working with people's time, you know, you want to make sure you got your shit, times and memories. Yeah. For sure. And these are moments that's only happening at one time. Exactly. You know, you can't repeat certain moments like that. Nah. Well, you can't repeat moments at all sometimes. Nah. You know, once it happens, it happens. Can't replicate it. Now, with the good moments, you know what I'm saying, what were some good experiences and like good memories that you've had throughout this experience and throughout this game? Like, what were some of your fondest memories on it? I've been able to travel. I've been able to learn from different directors, filmmakers. I've been able to just experience a different way that things are made. It's more parts. It's more parts than, you know, just being behind the camera. Right. Make a film. And I want to make films, like movies and short. Yes, you know what I mean? Like, that was my ultimate goal, is to like make a movie. Like, I've done short films, but I want to make a movie. Right. Like, I want to do like a little 2-hour film. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, like I want to make a masterpiece. Yeah, I want to make some dope shit. Word. Are you working on something behind the scenes? Are you writing a script? Are you and Ant working on something on the background? Excuse me. We are. We always working. Word. Always working. But we're not rushing. Right. That was one thing I was always big on, is not rushing. Like, you know, what's yours is yours, and it's gonna come at us. It's gonna come You gotta put the work in.
Exactly.
You know, but
the work ethic matters.
You want to put out good shit. You want to make sure that you're doing a good job servicing your people. You know, but yeah, we working.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be on the lookout. Yeah, I'll definitely be on the lookout for sure.
We working.
All right. Now, my next question, kind of going into you talking about music videos and the process and stuff. So, you know, me as a person who likes to consume music videos and stuff like that, we only see the finished product. But what is the stuff that goes on in the background after you finish recording a music video for an artist? And is there hours of editing? Is even when you're filming the music video? Because I feel like there's hours of that shit too. Versus like, oh, okay, we just shoot it. I did my verse, and then that's that. Like, there's multiple takes. Like, what goes into that a little bit? You want to get into that a little bit, man? Shooting a music video.
Shooting a music video.
Yeah,
it's hours.
So the 5 minutes we may see, it ain't a 30-minute shoot.
I mean, for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but to get out, like some directors and editors, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that's super nice. I don't see what it takes for them or how long it takes to create a video. I only see from Instagram. Like, you know, when people put up their behind the scenes and you see all the people and, you know, everybody's moving. But for me, man, that shit take hours, bro. I'll be in there. Because sometimes you be working on things and, you know, Adobe fucking crashes all the time.
Oh, bro. Deal with that shit at my job, dog.
That shit crashes all the time. So, you know, you can lose your file. Like, you might lose a portion of what you just did.
Goddamn. And have to redo it all over.
You know, so you got to make sure this goes into, like, when you moving forward with it and learning. Like, now you got, you know, go into your settings on Adobe and make sure that bitch save every 5 minutes.
Gotta go treat it back in like Windows 1998 when you have to do Control S every time and shit.
Yo, just a lot of Control S.
It's like every 30 seconds.
Fucking pressing, what's that shit? Control Option and Escape. Fucking force quit it.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah. You're gonna be pressing a lot of that shit because the app closes a lot.
Right.
Especially when you're rendering a big file.
Yep.
It takes a lot. You know, you gotta make sure you got a good computer.
Yeah. Because those files build up.
They build up. And as you get better, you need better equipment.
Yeah.
You want to be able to create all this 3D shit that people are doing. Like, you gotta make sure your computer's able to run it.
Right. Now, shit, man, and the evolution of what seems like all of this with 3D, 4K, AI, with all that, like, how are you keeping up?
I'm not.
He's like, I'm going at my own pace. Like,
I'm going at my own pace.
I'm getting right to it because it'll still be there and things will continue to change. But, you know, I think the more you rush into it, I think you fall flat on your face when you try to, like, get on to the next thing.
I like to learn. I like to see what's out there, but I know that one day I'm going to be in that same spot. But, you know, I can't rush the process. So
Right.
I don't try to keep up. I always just do my own thing, and you know,
I dig that because that's my game. Yeah. Move my own pace.
Fuck it, like, you know, if it's gonna work, it's gonna work, and I believe it's always gonna work.
Right.
You know, shit. The last video I did, it might not be big to nobody else, but the shit big to me. Hit 27,000 on YouTube.
Nice.
Shout out to It's Just A.
Okay.
He's an artist out of Brockton.
Nice.
We've been working together for about like 4 years or so.
Okay.
You know, dope artist. Fire.
I'm gonna have to check him out. And once again, I'm gonna put him on the channel too because I react to music as well too, man. So I'll have to listen to that piece of video. Shout out, and that goes into, once again, you a perfect segue for this, man. Boston artist, dog. How do you feel about the lack of respect I feel like Boston gets as a whole for talent? Do you feel like there's a jaded type of look for, you know, the talent in Boston? Because there's plenty of it, and I feel like you working with it, you're starting to see it a lot more too. You feel like Boston doesn't get its credit where it's due?
I feel like the artists that's out there, I feel like the artists that's out there, they nice. Everybody
You
is
talking straight from Boston, right?
straight from Boston.
Yeah. I'm talking Boston for the city because we're from the city, so it's like we don't get a lot of credit because we have a lot of talent that come out of here. We get a lot of people that come out of Boston across the genres, across just hip hop influence and everything. And it always goes like New York, LA, and everything else. But I feel like Boston's like that small pocket that doesn't get that respect.
I mean, why did
or Mass? Let me say Mass. Let me broaden it a little bit more. Massachusetts.
Like, who in Boston do you feel like don't get their respect or should be bigger?
Should get ignition. I mean, we can start from as far, and I'm talking overall too. Like, we ain't gonna talk strictly rap. Like, New Edition doesn't get the recognition they get.
New Edition get recognition.
They do, but like not as much as I feel like they should.
I feel like New Edition. Yes. New Edition was in Crush Groove, the movie.
Okay.
New Edition is New Edition. All right. They've been on award shows. They got a fucking movie out on the network. They always touring. I mean, Bobby Brown was Bobby Brown. Like, I don't know. Bobby Brown had his own legendary career on his own as well as with New Edition.
And I'm not denying any of this. I feel like on a broader scale though, like on a global scale, you know what I'm saying? When you talk greatest R&B groups, New Edition gets mentioned, but I feel like you hear other groups before that.
Like who?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like New York gets more respect for artists and shit like that. You have Isiah that came out of Boston who, has his hands on the Source magazine. And that's really what it is for me. It's not music wise though, I'm not gonna lie, but for the Source magazine, like that's a big part of it. That came out of Boston. You know what I'm saying? And that's like barely gets recognized. Like you'll hear radio stations and all that shit getting more recognition than the Source magazine. You know what I mean? And then like even in current time, you got Albie Al. You know what I mean? You got Millie's, you got Jordan Lucas. You know what I'm saying? You have all these talented artists out of Mass.
Albie Al, he's
yeah, my fault. Albie Al just messing with a lot of dudes from Boston. My fault. But either way, to my point, they don't get a lot of recognition. They don't get the respect they deserve. I feel like on a global scale. Once again, in local. From a region where it's like New York, Boston, Connecticut, shit like that, yes. But overall, past that, it's like it's hard to get out there.
I mean, I'm from Boston.
We both from Boston.
No disrespect to my city.
Yeah.
But to compare it to New York's music, New York is a totally different. They make completely different music. Like New York, they got legends over there too.
Yes,
New York it's a bigger place.
We're talking about today.
Yeah, but
they're not stealing sound, but I feel like they more.
You feel like Boston? Sound. You feel like Boston artists are stealing sound?
No. I'm saying I feel like New York in the last 15 years or so has more or less adopted the down south sound, the Chicago sound, like the trap sound.
I mean, but people still haven't even. People, I feel like from what I've seen, people still they still are trying to figure out what Boston sound is.
And it's funny as I say that,
but you automatically can identify what a New York sound is like. Like anytime you think of anytime like if you listen to like, would you say Benny the Butcher is like a New York sound?
I can give that. I give him that.
Who do you listen to from? Who would you say got a Boston sound that represents?
Goes back to like does Boston have a sound? I don't think so.
Is it New Edition?
Well, we going R&B. We going R&B at that point. I mean, that's.
The New Edition gets their credit. I feel like they get their credit.
Out of everybody we mentioned, yes, they do. But I think Boston just gets slept on. I feel like Boston gets slept on overall with talent.
I mean,
because you don't hear a lot of people. And I keep getting Boston mixed up with Mass. I want to say Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Massachusetts overall doesn't get.
I mean, there's a lot of niggas that can play basketball, but everybody is not made to go to the NBA.
So it's like
niggas is in the G League, niggas is playing overseas. Like There's people playing everywhere. As long as they making the music, like just keep doing it. And then if your music hit, it's gonna hit, and people gonna book you to perform. But it's
so why do you think Boston artists don't get to that point then? Let me ask you that.
I mean, if we just put it on Boston, then I feel like I can't answer why people might not be answering their calls to lift them higher. You know, maybe they might not be making the type of music that people want to hear.
I'm gonna say I think it's just regional bias. You know what I'm saying? I think Boston gets pushed to the side, and because if you notice, a lot of artists from Boston, in order for them to get out there, they gotta move out of here.
I feel like you can move out of here and get connected with other people, but you still gotta make the music. Yeah, and then people gonna say you sounding like them.
And that's eventually what happens. You start
you make this sound. And that's why Boston never has a sound. And do you love the art of making music, or do you want to make the money and sound like these niggas? Like,
I guess that choice is yours, right?
Choice is yours. You know, but people always gonna say something regardless. You know, just make your music and do what you do, and if it's feeding your family, and you know, continue to do that. You know, fuck what everybody else got to say.
No, that's real. Yeah, that's real. But I always just feel like I'm like, Massachusetts needs to get more recognition. I'm like, I feel like I hear so many dudes. I'd be like, well, he's better than such and such over here in this region. And I'm like, well, damn, Boston got the same dudes.
I mean, Jordan Lucas is fire, even though he's not from Boston.
Right. And that's why I always have to broaden it. And it's Massachusetts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's artists from Massachusetts just like sprinkled around, and then you got people that's making. You got a bunch of people that's making the same type of music, and then you got people that are on a higher scale. They might not be, you know, getting interviewed on the Breakfast Club,
right?
That, but
be on Joe Budden's podcast and shit. You know?
People are, you know, doing on the radar,
right. And that's what I like to see too. There's a lot of people out of Mass that are hitting on a radar scene and shit like that, which is a big platform, which I love to see. And I think the internet gives you,
but it's also connecting with those people because some people don't answer the phone.
Yeah,
some people ain't responding. Some people ain't responding to your messages. Yeah. So it's all in like, yo, how can I get in the room?
Mm-hmm. Can I get my phone down a little bit?
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, yo, everybody think they make good music, just like every videographer think they gonna be the best.
I make good fucking content doing this shit.
Everybody want to be the best. You want to be the best, like 100%. You know, fuck it. But you gotta get in the room at the end of the day,
and you gotta put in the work.
In order to get in the room, you gotta have the footwork, and you know, relationships is key, yo.
Relationships, resources, and networking.
Yeah,
I think that's super key, man. I've learned that from just getting into this space myself, into this reactor space, so to say. Because I just thought I would just be somebody like listening to music and shit, but apparently I'm in the reactor space. So, you know, getting into networking with people like that, and you know, a year ago, you know what I'm saying? Because I think tomorrow would be hell yeah. Tomorrow would be a year from the first video I posted. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for about a year, and I'm still just, like you said, like I'm learning and just growing throughout all of this and just trying to get better with everything that I'm doing. And that's why I'm trying to expand with doing the interviews and everything like that. So, before I get into the fun part, I do have one quick question to ask you. Now, artists that you worked with, you mentioned a lot of artists in Boston and everything, but do you have like, you know, a dream collaboration or a dream music video for an artist that you would like to shoot for? Like, do you have those type of aspirations or inspiration?
If we keeping it Boston or
overall, it could be major, independent, like it could be like shooting for the stars or whatever.
Shit. Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about it because these people, you know, they already got their people,
got their team and shit.
You know, it'd be just like, you know, we'd have to just be in the same spot at the same time,
right.
You know, and that happens often. You know, meeting with different creators, videographers, and directors. Like, it happens often. You know, you just gotta cross paths. But who I would love to work with, fuck with I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Key Glock. I would love to work with Key Glock.
Okay.
They team is fire.
Now who's that? I'm not familiar.
Key Glock?
Yeah.
That's Young Dolph's nephew.
Okay.
No, Young Dolph's cousin.
Got you.
He makes a lot of fire music.
Yeah.
I love Southern music.
Okay.
You know?
I know you talking a little bit about Master P and all that shit like that. So
yeah.
I love Silk and Shocker too. How you feel about Silk, by the way?
Silk is
It's trash, huh?
And I love.
I fuck with Silk, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Silk.
No limit to the. Yeah, that's my shit. No limit to the day I die. That's. But nah.
He said, nah, that's it. Gave me the look and everything like Silk.
He got some lines. He got some tracks that was, you know.
You're like, yo, but he's not my rapper, my nigga. Like,
I respect Silk for, even though he might not have been the best at, you know, he might not have been the best lyrically. I respected him for actually being an asset to his brother, right? And building with his brother. And seeing what his brother's vision was for his family, you know. So even though the nigga couldn't rap, just like Eazy-E not knowing how to rap, and Dr. Dre saying,
"I write the rhymes,"
you know,
I say, you know,
and then you know, it's no different.
It's a team thing. I mean? It's all about the team.
So, I mean, the nigga linked up with some artists and made a few tracks, and you know, but you remember his name though.
Exactly. You talk about him being the worst rapper of all time. He's on that list.
Do we got a shit called That's Cool? With fucking
Trina? Yeah,
that's cool.
That's my shit too. Listen, I bang with something shocking, dog.
That's
like
cool.
I was so.
Silk is cool though.
I was so guy, man.
Nah, I ain't trying to diss, but Silk is cool though. I just fucked with the mind of Master P. Yeah.
Building a business, building a brand, and even doing building an empire, basically. Yeah. Nah, that shit is legendary. I was now going into films too, because it's still the fun part a little bit. But who inspired you more for films in the hip hop space? Hype Williams or Master P?
I'm gonna be honest, Master P.
Okay.
I think maybe before I even knew who like Hype Williams' name was, I was already watching I'm About It.
Before Belly?
I'm About It came
it was 97, I think. Yeah, I think 97, right? About It. And then Belly was 98. I feel like it was the same year though. 1998 was a great year for rap overall.
Belly came out. I was probably like.
I thought it was 98. It could have been 99, but I thought it was 98.
Nah.
98, bro.
98.
Yes, sir. And then About It. 97. Well, no, my fault. I'm looking at the song. You talking about the movie? 97.
So that's the year before.
The year before.
So
okay.
Before I even, and my mom's, you know, I used to watch a lot of movies.
The classic,
I wasn't really big on cartoons.
Okay. I grew out of this real quick myself.
I used to watch like a lot of movies, and I remember how About It was just filmed. You know what I mean? This shit was so raw. Yeah. It was the audio was all fucked up.
It was almost like Paid in Full. You know? Not Paid in Full. Killer Season.
Yeah, Killer Season. Shit, you know, but they got the idea.
Yep.
Killer Season got the idea. Like Dame Dash and them got the idea. You know, shit was so bootleg, but it was so fire. The music, he used his own music
every time.
You know,
every film. And it's funny, I've never seen About It too.
Check it out. I gotta look at it. Okay. It was like
I think I've seen something after that.
It's like
the
shit was extra ghetto.
Okay,
extra ghetto.
I gotta peep that shit.
Every hustler, every you know, every gangster, they try to come out with one. You know, even Boosie got one.
Right.
You know,
so he inspired a lot of films for like down south artists and shit like that.
He inspired niggas to be able to just create and just do it yourself.
So would you say, in your opinion, would you say Master P's influence on the film space was more impactful than Hype Williams?
Hell no.
Okay. I'm saying, like, I know Hype Williams only did Belly, and that impacted a lot.
Yeah, Belly was fucking.
Belly was great.
Belly was great.
Let me ask you.
Colors and Belly.
I was about to say, that intro was fire. Intro was fire. The fucking scene where DMX is sitting in his living room.
The scene where shit. Even the scene where X was pulling up to the car with the house with the lights flashing off his face.
When he was raiding the crib, yeah. See, that's that detail shit you be talking about,
bro. Like, okay,
I would have never thought that, but like I'm remembering that scene, like, oh yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, like pulling up to it and you seeing all the lights flashing.
It's like a POV without the POV lens, so
showing the car, showing him, showing his face, showing his emotion. You know,
you're right. You said hell no. You said hell no. So Hype Williams takes the cake with just that one film.
Absolutely.
With that one film.
Yeah, nah, bro. I can't. But Master P is just he
elevated it though. He elevated it.
I got the hook up. You know, he made films. He got better as he got old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's funny when you say he got better? I feel like they kind of still stayed the same. You just got better equipment.
Yeah. Of course. So you mean?
Nah, that's a fact. That is a fact.
You need a team once you get the equipment that can actually film.
Because you had not Avery Johnson. That's the basketball player, but what's his name? He played fucking Isiah. He was always AJ Johnson. Here we go. Yeah, AJ Johnson and all of those. RP AJ Johnson. You know, obviously had his brother. I feel like he always had the same actors in those movies, so to say.
It was always surrounded by his.
It was a low limit team, yes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which always goes back to teams are very important.
Some comedians.
Yep, a lot of comedians and shit like that. Yeah, if he was doing shit, man, with that, man.
Yeah, he even had a comedy. He even had a comedy joint.
Comedy specials, like
it was I forgot what the name of the shit called. Was it like no limit comedy or something? You know how like
comedy and then like Shaq all-star comedy.
He had one too.
Damn, I missed that one.
Yeah, bro,
I missed that. You a
nigga. A lot of actors on there. Yeah, AJ Johnson on there. I forgot the Spanish nigga name. A couple actors, bro. A couple of comedians, yo.
So I'm loving we're still talking about this film stuff, man, because I want to talk to you about. Now I have this segment called A&Ws, which is called Answering Why, and I'll be fucking people up with that. But before I get into that, let's talk about Belly real quick. You know, I feel like this is one of those movies that everybody talks about. And me and Bryce actually talked about this shit back in the day before it became even an internet sensation thing. And how do you feel about the movie Belly? Like, for me, I feel like it was a great movie, like great hood movie, hood classic, everything. But when you really peel back the layers on the plot and like what was really going on, you're like, that movie wasn't really all that. Like, it was kind of like, I would say all over the place, but it was more or less, when I look at it again, I'm like, it was a bunch of just, you know, hood shit, niggas running around, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? But there was no real plot to the story. It was like, well, the nigga ended up in Jamaica, dog. Well, you know what I'm saying?
It was about something. It was about two friends who had a specific vision to...
Different paths?
They had a specific vision to make money. But one had a plan to take care of his family, and you know, and the other one still eating. Nigga, he was like, nigga,
I'm outside.
He's like, fuck the way you living, fuck the way you living. But then he ended up finding out the hard way, and then he ended up like
transferring, going back, trying to figure out
you know what I mean? Yes. It was like a person that would rather take they go on their own path, but. He knows this dude over here. He knows he got to take care of his family. He got his baby.
He's got to grow up.
But he was even what you call it, AZ, when he met him at the barbershop. Yep. It was like, he was always respected, but he wasn't wild as fucking Tommy Guns.
Right. Tommy was
he was like, Tommy would, he was like, Tommy would be like, I would say, if we was comparing it to shows and Power, I would say Tommy Buns is like
he's Tommy.
And Ghost is Nas.
Damn. I didn't even think about it like that. I might have to watch this movie again in my 30s, bro. Because I only watched that in my early 20s and in my teens. Listen, dog, you just fucked me up because I had a whole different perspective on this. I had a whole different approach talking about this. And then you even comparing it to Power in that way. That's exactly what the fuck the comparison really is. That's crazy. You just fucked my whole segment up with that one. You the first person that came in just fucked me up, and this is why I want to talk about this. So I know you fuck with movies. You pay attention to the details and shit. Like, for me, I listen to lyrics with music. Like, when I tied into music, like, I pay attention to the details in that aspect, but I don't film, I don't do any of that, so I can't peep certain shit like that. Like, as soon as you said that, I'm like, well, shit, maybe I got belly fucked up. If you always wild, if you always a crash out and you ain't got no brains behind, like, or you ain't, somebody always following somebody, you know? Somebody's always got to be smarter than the other person. Right. There's always a dumbass. Yeah. And there's some dumbasses out there that you be like, damn, you still getting fucked? Like, fuck, yo. Still doing shit? You know, but it's all who you following, like, you know? You want to go the right direction and, you know, have a plan and make some money and take care of your family. Right. You know? That's a fact. Well, damn, I guess that belly shit got fucked up real quick. You shut that whole belly theory down completely because you explained that and me looking at the movie, I'm like, nah, that's exactly what the fuck it was. Like, that's the whole plot. That's the whole story, dog. Yeah, he wanted to get his family out. That's the whole fucking story. Out of here, and one got their family caught up because he couldn't get enough. Yep. He was in and out. He was too greedy. You know? It's too wild. Damn. And he's just fucking Tommy. Both Tommies, dog. Got his friends killed. Yeah. At the dinner table. Mm-hmm. His peoples was getting in the shootouts. Yep. You know? Mm-hmm. You know, everybody was chaotic around me. And he didn't try to improve it. Nah. And then Nas was like, nah, I'm going to be out in the corner. And then, yeah, I remember T-Boz was a big influence on that, too. You always got to have a strong woman on your side, too, for that. Because she was always like, kind of like, you know, how like your moms are when you're younger, being like, yo, that's not the nigga you want to be around and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was always that person in his ear being like, that's a bad influence. He's nothing but bad. Yeah. And then you see what happened. She played a major role in Nas kind of propelling and being like, I got to get to Africa. I got to do this and all that. Because if he didn't have that, then he probably would have been like Tommy Buns. Because look at Tommy Buns' shorty. Yeah. She was only infatuated by the glitz and the glamour. She wasn't trying to elevate nothing. Like, she just supported Tommy's bad habits. She enabled him, so to say. Yeah. She was just riding with Tommy. She was down for, you know, down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? You running it. It don't matter what I say. Because remember when she was trying to do it, he'd be like, fuck you talking about, Keisha? You know what I'm saying? You know, all that shit. So, you know, he was clearly damn. Power, yo. Yeah, where he was living? Did you see where Nas was living? Right. Nas was living in a suburban rural community. It looked like it was fucking. It was a nice car outside. Right, but he lived in the birds. It looked like a fucking. I don't know. It was like when you look at Tommy, the house is white. Oh, bro, it stands out. It's like a fucking empire. You know what I'm saying? It's like a castle. Fuck, it's the glass house. But when you get to Nas's house, it's like home, like suburban lifestyle. It's like, you know, she's in there. She got the baby. Yeah. They walking around like fucking. It's a family house. Yeah, yo, you know. And then you notice he never had his mans. He never had his mans over there either. Like, remember, Tommy came to the crib, had all his peoples over there, had Weebay over there. You know what I'm saying? Had everybody, the whole crew after the robbery chilling. You know what I'm saying? That was the flop house, so to say. You know what I mean? That was the trap house, but Nas was the family house because nobody was ever over there up until I think Method Man and everybody came to, you know, show the surprise and shit. But nobody came to his crib like that. Yeah, Tommy was the king of his crib. Yeah. Nas, even the colors when you look at it, like it was white and black, and then Nas' shit was like like gold, and it was like inside of a home. You know. Damn, I didn't even peep his crib like that. Like as far as how you describing it, like. Detail shit, like, bro. It's like, you know, you go to your family crib or some shit. Like, I mean, I don't know how everybody lives. Right. I've been in some cribs and, you know, we all been in some houses, man. You know, you're trying to get out. Yeah. You know, it's a bigger plan than this. You know, that's how most project kids
think. Like,
right. We gonna get out this life. We gonna make
bigger
it.
than this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
100%.
You know, not this shit, but you
no, I know what you mean. No disrespect. But shit, man. My next one, dude. I got my A&Ws for you, man. Since we on movies, dog, and with A&Ws really just kind of like it's similar to Drink Quick Time and Slime on Drink Champs and shit like that, you know. So for me, it's answering why. So for me, with films and movies, since you pay attention to detail and everything, I want you to answer this one, man. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society, and why? And this could be like what's more influential, like however you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? However it impacts you. This is why I fuck people up. I know I fuck people up. Fuck with both. You're welcome.
I'm gonna say Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
I love Menace to Society. I love the whole two friends, two different, you know, going back to Belly
Ghost
again.
Tommies and shit. Yep.
Going back to Belly again. You got this nigga in school, this nigga in the streets, wild boy, kid that's trying. His grandparents want him to do right.
Yep. And his girl
want him to do right.
Key part again.
Little boy. You know what I mean?
Family life.
Family.
Yep.
You know. So it all has the same
concept. Same
concept. But I think even though everybody be clowning Ricky.
Ricky been getting the shit in this thing.
Shot the fuck up.
They been killing Ricky, dog. I'm like, damn, like
Ricky been getting shot.
They're like, yo, he stopped and took a piss. He stopped and scratched tickets.
But I think the emotion behind that, behind the mother, losing her son, right? Who had the dream. Yeah. You know, it was like her. Even though, you know, parents be having kids, and you know, some kids choose the wrong path. You know, I feel like she took some more time with Ricky, right, for him to get to where he was going. And he wanted to make his mother proud. You know, and he had the baby and everything too. You know, so he had the baby. He had the girlfriend. You know, his brother was just caught up in the lifestyle. Right. So I like the fact that, and you even seen it with Ricky's friends. Like Trey ended up being just like, he was kind of like Ricky, but he was Ricky's supporter. Right. You know, that was in the positive. To be a good way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Continue to go to school, continue to be an athlete. Yeah, you know, Trey was going to school, you know. And Trey was a whole different situation within his own because he was cool with Doughboy and Trey and Ricky. So I feel like Boys in the Hood, it was more parts. Then they showed the father. They showed the relationship between the co-parenting. Then they showed what it's like being a young black male in Los Angeles at that time. You know, on both sides of the car you're driving. They showed what it's like to be growing up in that area at a young age and how you got to stand up for yourself. Yep. From the football scene and shit. Not even from the football scene, but from being in class when he was like, "Oh, you African American? Fuck you, man! So I get my brother shit to the face." Exactly. But even that little kid already knew, like, yo, I got higher power out here right now. Like, I'll get somebody to clap your shit. Right. You know what I mean? You be like, hold on, wait. And then Trey said, and he's like, yo, fuck your brother. I'm gonna get my daddy, motherfucker. Yeah, at least I got one, motherfucker, yo. It's more parts. Yeah, it's layered. It's definitely layered. Because it's different perspectives on both sides, too. From growing up in the same neighborhood. Yeah, it's way deeper. Nah, that's a fact. I mean, for me, I think I'm going to have to agree with you, too. Like, I definitely go Boys in the Hood. And it's funny that we're killing Ricky right now, and I think I see something recently through the internet circuit. It's definitely Ricky's fault that he got killed. It's definitely Ricky's fault. From the moment the nigga was like, "Yeah, look at you, nigga." You know what I'm saying? From that moment, even from the moment that they split up and they ran, I agree with that narrative 100%. So I think Ricky didn't understand how deep the politics was because his brother was in it. So he thought he had you could be affiliated, you could be around the nigga, but you might not be in it. You not know. That's how like how niggas feel about Drake, right? Like you're around it, but you ain't in it, right? A little differently, right? Yes, but with Ricky, it's like with Ricky, it's like his brother was so heavy in it, and it was anytime you go to Ricky's house, like Ricky only had Trey for real, bro, like as a friend. Meanwhile, Doughboy got 16, not even 16 motherfuckers, but like
he got a crew with him. He got a little crew with him, yeah.
Even a nigga in a wheelchair.
Right, ready to hop.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he wanted to show his brother, because remember he got punched in the face by his brother.
Yeah, well, that was because he was like, fuck it, you testing me. I think he pushed him first.
Yeah, bro.
He was like, you supposed to be brothers. But you pump, boom, you know what I'm saying?
But did that happen before he got pushed? Or did that happen after he got pushed?
Shit, I can't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright. So he got pushed, and it was like, yo, he was standing up for himself.
Stand up for himself. He couldn't be no punk.
Yeah, like I don't think his brother didn't see.
Oh yeah, he was like mama's boy. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
You know what I'm saying? He got pushed, and then you know, shit happened like that. The other homeboy had a problem with Ricky, but his brother stepped in, and now his brother got to handle that problem first, before they get to Ricky, because they still gonna want Ricky, and they shooting shit in the air right now. You know what I'm saying? So
I think Ricky was miscalculated, but he didn't understand it, like you said. He didn't understand
that niggas be lurking around, looking in bushes, and riding around the same neighborhood.
Right, looking for your ass.
And your brother's on the porch every day, like,
yo, what's up? I'm here. We got problem? But I still will say, though, it's like, bro, like, because you know that's your brother, and you still know that he's around. So, like, as much as that goes back to what you said, like, yeah, you know what's going on around you and involved, but you still kind of know, though. Like, you still kind of got to be in the know, especially when that's your brother. And they bang in different colors and shit, because at the end of the day, I think that would set things, too. So it's like, you know what's going on in the politics, so why even, when you're in the alleyway, right, split up? Why the alleyway? Because that's at that point, that's his fault. You doing all the wrong moves. And you can't say what to do when you're in that moment either, too. But, for movie purposes, I think I'm blaming Ricky.
Blame the director. We had to have something happen.
Word.
And then Ricky's fault.
I think Ricky, and we got to take accountability for that. No, R.I.P. Ricky, man. R.I.P. Ricky. My next one, but it's a fun one too, though, because I know you've been mentioning Power a lot too. So going back to TV series a little bit, Power or The Wire. And before you get there, though, let me explain why I asked this, because they both had 5 seasons, right? But The Wire, I feel like, had an open and ended, like, closing to, like, the series. Like, it didn't end. It still was. There still should have been more. So that's all I'm gonna leave it. But, you know, on you now.
To be honest, I seen Power up to a certain point.
You didn't finish.
I didn't finish.
Okay.
Once it started spinning off, and
I know where you're going.
Other shit.
Wait, are you saying like you finished your Power OG? You finished Power OG though.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about Tommy shit. You know what I'm saying? Canaans and shit. We talking about OG Power.
Shit started getting crazy. I was like, what the fuck going on out here?
Like, yo, we got the sun taking over, dog.
I got work and shit.
Too much to keep up with.
Shit to keep up with. Like this week you gotta watch. Next week you gotta watch. Shit. I can't.
I'm like, yo, I like Power, but I'm like, I don't like it that much, dog.
Nah, Power was fire. And I might have been in like high school or
when Wire came out.
Yeah.
When Wire came out, I feel like dudes was like in middle school. I feel like, because that was like an 02 or 01 show.
So I mean, I wasn't. So you know, I grew up in a single parent household. You know, so I didn't like shows like that. Was kind of like it was a little mature for me. Like it was a series. Like I have to buy the DVD and shit and pop each season.
You taking it back? Yeah, you taking it back. But how the streaming services like we got now to catch up and shit.
Yeah, but you know, my stepfather at the time, he used to watch The Wire, and I used to catch certain scenes and shit.
Got now to catch up.
Yeah, he used to watch that shit, and I used to catch it here and there, but I never really watched it. But I feel like when I did catch it, it looked a little more grittier than Power.
Oh, it was definitely more raw back in the day. Yeah, you know, because it was supposed to be from real life shit, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean? But so did you watch it when you got older?
I got the DVD at the crib.
Oh, okay.
I just ain't had time to watch it.
Oh, you ain't caught up.
And I need a fucking DVD player.
Shit, good luck.
But I got you got the whole series as well. You know, I got an old PlayStation.
Right. Oh, you throw that motherfucker out of the easy, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna say you have to catch up on that because I want to know your true honest assessment on it.
I've been meaning to watch it
because a lot of people have like me and B, bro. We will always talk about how I like Power more than The Wire.
Yeah,
you know, yes, and I say that mainly because I think with a TV series, and maybe you can share light on this a little bit too, being in films and stuff, like when things don't end properly and there's supposed to be another season and more that's supposed to happen, but they end it kind of like how they ended, which once again you got to finish The Wire to feel how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. But with Power, it actually ended. OG Power ended. What they tried to do with a spin-off after, that's what they tried to do. But at least Power ended. So 5 for 5, I'm like, this series is a little bit better than this one. Yeah, The Wire comes from real life events and it's more raw and gritty and it kind of grew with the times. And I don't want to spoil it too much because I know you ain't watching it.
I seen a lot, and they had a lot of. I feel like if I'm gonna go off of like what I feel based on what I've seen,
yeah,
I would definitely watch Power more than I did The Wire.
Right.
Just time was different. I didn't have that much time to watch it back then.
Right. I mean,
I didn't probably go and revisit it now and watch it, but I think for the element of because it was shot in Baltimore, right?
Right.
And they had
it was realistic. It was the real feel. Bodie? No, Snoop. I'm talking about Snoop. Yeah, because she was a real life character from the area. Yep.
I feel like the scenes was a little more like grungy.
It was gritty
and
it was raw.
I feel like that felt like more of a TV, like it felt like more of a series.
Right.
It gave me more of like that
like a raw series.
Yeah,
raw. And you gotta put timing into that too. It's 1990, fucking 2002, whatever. Too. You gotta put time into that as well too.
It felt like
series back then made you feel like it was real.
Yeah, like you ever watch? I'm not comparing this shit to like a Lifetime movie, but you ever watch like different shows give you like different feelings?
Yeah.
Like if you watch like Lifetime or something, like there's the certain sounds that they have, like it could be like birds chirping or like it can have like crickets and shit. If it's like, you know, certain networks bring out different things. Like,
right.
I felt like The Wire gave me like I was watching, like I could sit there and watch that shit, like, you know, like a Lifetime series, like, you know. But Power is more like, yo, I got to tune into this.
It gives you this. I got to watch this real quick.
Yeah, like I got to tune into HBO. Like this shit's coming on right now. Like,
see, but I second that because you got to remember you got to put it in real time. That's how The Wire was back in the day for people that was our age for when Power was coming out. That's how it was then. It's the same. It's the same effect.
I'm trying to think of what shows,
because that's also one of the best series of all time for that reason. Because people was going to the TV guys, you know, because that's around the Soprano times, Oz, and all that. So people was going to go peep that on the same way we watched Power, like how we was watching. They was definitely doing the Wire like that for sure. That's why I always want to ask that question in comparison, because like a lot of people always say they choosing The Wire over Power, because of just how raw it was, based off how you're describing it. But for me, if I'm looking at how a TV series is made, open and closing, I'm going with with Power. Based off of that. For me.
If I'm going off how a TV series is made, because The Wire made me feel like I was watching like an actual TV series and not, like, I feel like Power is a different feeling.
It gives you almost like a reality TV
series. It's like
okay.
It's because of the colors. the colors play a big part in the film. You know,
it's not as great.
I feel like it's just like the wire made me
25. You know what I'm saying? You got to count us in the 2020s.
Yeah, right. I mean, everything is getting more digital now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like that visual is going to be different.
But you may look at shit different than I do because I'm actually like
you're involved in it.
I'm part of a network that are actually constructing these things.
I'm a consumer. You know what I'm saying? Right.
You know, I might look at you might look at a commercial and be like, commercials. You know, that commercial was crazy. Like that commercial was funny as shit. I might be looking at the commercial like, how the fuck they do the graphics?
You're having a whole different lens on.
How the fuck did they do that in After Effects? Like, how did they make this water fucking splash all over the screen and people jump out and all this?
It goes back to what you said, the details. You pay attention to the details of it because, like you said, you're like it's the lighting and everything else and that feel and sound. I'm like, I ain't even thinking about it like that. I'm just watching it. Like, okay, how did I like this episode? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a different perspective on it for you versus me, which is crazy too. This is dope.
Like some people that are into like a lot of hip hop music or whatever, like they might listen to lyrics first. I like to listen. I like to hear the beat.
I'm a lyric first guy.
I like to hear the beat, and then I like to hear what the person got to say. If the beat ain't hitting for me, then I might not want to hear it right off the bat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the beat can be hitting, but the lyrics can be trash. But then I might find the next one and the beat be trash, but the lyrics be fire.
And that's all about feel with music at the end of the day too. You gotta have a feel and a mood for that, right? Like you know, for me, like going back to what we was talking a little offline earlier, obviously about like what did I miss and like, and I think we actually talked online. I'm drinking now too, so it's a little different. But either way, we talk about like what did I miss? And it's like I like the song and I think it's dope, but because I've had a visual attached to it, I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying?
What's the visual you have for it?
The music video. The music video I did not like. You know what I'm saying? So and it's my first listen. So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, and I'm listening to the lyrics, but now I got a visual attached to what I'm listening to with the lyrics, so I'm a lyric first guy. Because the beat, as I said, I'm like, the beat's fire. You know what I'm saying? The music video is okay, but like it goes back to the beat and the beat switch. But then I'm like, okay, I can get with the beat, I can nod my head, and that's usually the first one or two things that gets me attached to a song. But once I get past that, I gotta hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then if I got a music video in front of me, if the music video don't add up, and then what you're saying is kind of fucking, that's 2 out of 3. That I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I think that goes back to like saying every song don't need a music video, right?
Right. Right.
But I mean, it's Drake.
And
so Drake can be at his crib and just be like, had a camera right here.
Live stream real quick and just do this.
You know what I mean? And just what did I miss?
I mean, even
people don't tune in as long as that YouTube page say
Drake posted on his lives.
People don't watch it.
Yep.
So he can be anywhere he want.
That's good.
Whatever he want.
He's at that pinnacle in his career to do that.
So it don't like you know. But some people want to give. Some people like Kendrick. He wants to provide his
substance.
He wants to provide substance. He doesn't want to just give you just me fucking around. He wants to actually add purpose,
right?
To whatever he
wants to add the value to the music and give you. He wants you to come out of it feeling like you learn something from it. Exactly. Where like, and it's funny. I say that because I wasn't even a Kendrick fan before like the beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, when it comes to artists that I may know about, because I've always known about Kendrick, but if I don't listen to you, but if you get into a rap battle, that's what makes me be like, okay, if you win out of this, I'm going to go back and dig into your catalog a little bit. So Kendrick was a guy who I wasn't really listening to like that, but listening to him, I'm like, this dude has mad substance in his music, and it goes back for me, I'm a lyrical guy too. So if you have lyrics and substance, I'm going to be all about you. And with Drake, in this battle, like, once again, I think there was a miscalculation where I feel like he was trying to go more with the trendy shit, and I guess going to what works for him, but you're going against a different beast though. And this isn't like the Meek Mills and shit like that, or people that was in yesteryears, like a Joe Buttons or a Common. So you had to approach the battle a little bit differently. And then I think his miscalculations has only spiraled into what we're seeing now with like these songs that have been okay, you know what I'm saying? But they're okay in the moment too. Like, I don't think anybody's listening to What Did I Miss in 2 months. And I know we're in the microwave era of music where like the next thing comes out, we're on it. But there's still people out there listening to GNX. There's still people that's gonna probably listen to the Pusha T Malice album for a little bit. Like, there's still gonna be a lot of people that's gonna listen to things well after the fact. But Drake has not had that touch with his music since the battle ended. and Drake's usually had those songs that's lasted for the summer, months. People was quoting all the time and playing in the clubs. Like right now, they coming and going.
I mean, I feel like people always want to choose a side.
Yeah. Makes the game fun.
But when it comes to music and getting shit played, I guess in the club, you gotta make that Not Like Us be getting played in the club, like crazy.
Which I think is crazy though, because I don't think that's a club song like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Not in the grind too.
Nah, you just like
that's a good line. It's a good hype song. Right. It's like a good energy song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good poppy shit song.
Nah, that's 100%.
But Drake just when Drake had the momentum,
when he had the juice
side,
he lost the juice now, man.
Everybody was playing Drake.
Mm-hmm.
People was playing Kendrick. You didn't have to pick between the two. It didn't put it on like this pedestal.
This pedestal that's on where it's like, do you like real life? Oh man, like I drew a line in my set. I like the music with substance. I ain't gonna lie. I drew my line. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll still listen to Drake's music. It's not like I'm like anti-Drake, but I will be quick to be like, damn, nigga, you still doing this? You still crying, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be like that now with it because I'm like, I need you to elevate your music now.
Yeah, but I think Drake's gonna make his type of music that sometimes people be expecting some shit that you're not gonna do.
Yeah, but that's what music is about with consumption, with the consumers. They want something.
That you can't please everybody. You gotta do what feels comfortable to you.
But that goes back with Drake though. He be thieving and stealing and jacking so much though. What is he really comfortable coming out with? Because I feel like when he goes kind of outside of his, whatever you want to call it, his realm, when he goes into what did I miss, you get these type of like, what the fuck is this? Like Heart 6.
I mean, what did I miss is shit sound like it's more personal about like LeBron.
Yeah, it sounds like you crying LeBron. People switching sides on you, and once again, it's like,
but it's fucked up though.
Like, how when you knew this was a game though?
But I mean,
you knew this was the game you signed up for.
What did Braun do to Drake, or what did Drake do to Braun?
Well, here's the thing: we don't know about. We don't care. Like, he was at the show. He was just at the show. Braun was just at the show. And you crying about him? Just like once again, I'm like, we said this earlier. You can like both, right?
What if that nigga called Braun and was like, hey, Braun ain't pick up? He's like, what the fuck?
Why you acting different now?
Funny.
I mean, we know Braun can be like that.
Braun get money too. Like, whatever the fuck he want. And then Braun the other night. He can go wherever the fuck he wants.
Listen to music. Like, this dude be the same dude on IG Lives and like Snapchat misrapping the words on songs to every rapper out there. Yeah, so why you mad at LeBron for that?
I think Drake was just in his.
He's in his feelings
because he was rapping. He knew the song was about him.
Yeah,
he's like, my best friend saying this shit. Like,
he was hurt. He was like, bro, you can't like music that much. I get it. But I'm like, bro, I mean, this song. Come on, my nigga. Like, make music again. Make shit that we can wave our hands to and like and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you wave your hands to it, what did I miss? Or you was like,
if it came out of left field, your best friend switched on you.
Well, see, here's my thing.
What the fuck happened?
If I go into there's no friends in this industry, and I'm in this industry with where I know there's no friends in this industry, where you claim this yourself, I can't be mad at that. I'd be like, well, shit, I said it. I knew this.
I'd be mad if you're around my motherfucking kids and.
But you should know not to have everybody around your family though. It's like, you know you're supposed to keep your circle fucking butthole tight.
Okay, but it's cool for me to be at your crib.
We cool.
Okay, but hey man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool. Like,
that's how they thought. That's what they thought. They thought they was cool.
I'm also not being like, oh yeah, you know, this real life shit is fake and like Keith might switch up any moment. Like I'm not in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, this dude says this industry is fake. People switch up on you all the time. But it's the industry. LeBron's still in the industry. It's still a big $1 billion industry with Hollywood. He's still acting. Drake an actor. He an athlete. He getting paid millions of dollars. They both get money. They both in the same field as far as the money go, as far as being in these same circles.
Yeah, I think when money's involved and
changes things,
fame and all of that shit just changes how, you know, people view you and how they communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I agree. So, but I think it brings more of that type of stuff that Drake would be complaining about, though. You get more disingenuous shit.
I think Drake just feels like he's left out. He's just like,
oh yeah,
what did I miss? It sounds like he's saying like I didn't miss shit, pretty much. Like,
see, it felt like he's like, oh, what did I miss? Like, I thought I did all this stuff. Like, how come I did all this shit for you guys, and now you guys switched on me? Like, what did I miss? What happened? What did I do? And that's why I'm like, bro, you playing victim, bro? Like, you know what you've been doing. That's how I took it. For me.
Yeah.
I
just heard it the other day, you know.
Same here. It's been 2 days. You know, I ain't have much time to sit on it, man. You know what I mean? It's just one of those like, initially I'm like, nah, this is not really what it is for me. That's the video attached to it. So I'm just like,
Yeah, I was still turning up the GMX right before me and my team was filming BAM's Fest.
Yep.
Just 2 weeks ago.
GMX is a slapper, bro. GMX slap, dog. That shit, I still be playing that along with this Clips album that just dropped. So I don't know if you got a chance to listen to that yet.
Oh yeah, that POV was crazy. Beat drop.
Oh my god. I gotta take
when that beat drop,
and I ain't really fucking with Tyler like that, dog. Tyler killed that shit. I didn't know he could rap like that. Tyler's nice. I think for me, it goes back to how I get introduced to people. And when he first got put on, he was talking about eating cockroaches and he was on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
he was wilding, bro.
He definitely wilding. But as a creative, as an individual, as a individual person, and his talent, and his creativity, his the way he thinks, and his confidence. Niggas,
I love his interviews. I love the new music he's came out with. Like, I'm liking new Tyler. Like, when he first came out like 10, 15 years ago, I was like, I ain't jacking this.
I was watching his videos because his videos was like kind of like crazy.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
the black and white videos.
Yeah, like VCR and all that other shit. Like, it was kind of like, who the fuck is this crazy ass weirdo? You know what I mean?
He emotions and shit in the videos, dog.
Like, what's going on over here?
That's a big fact.
But then, you know, you see people like ASAP Rocky, and you see his videos, and like, yo, his videos is fucking nuts.
It's funny, I don't think I've really seen too much of ASAP's videos. I'll be from ASAP like that.
Go look at the Taylor Swift videos. If you okay, you might not fuck with an artist, but if you look at a video in a visual perspective of how these people think, you'll see that like it's a whole lot of everything going on in these videos,
right? You
know, and I always think like, how did they come up with this shit, and how is ASAP Rocky so creative, and coming up with like these concepts? Like, you gotta approve things, you know,
right?
With people, you know. Yeah. You don't want to just hand people some bullshit. You want to make sure that this is what they like, and you know, you doing it, doing a good job. But yeah, go look at what's that joint called? ASAP Rocky, I think it's called Fell in Love. Okay. And he got a Taylor Swift video, and they all crazy.
Shit,
they got one with fucking. They got motherfuckers flying off the building. Travis Scott's videos be crazy too. They got ASAP Rocky got motherfuckers jumping, flying over buildings, planes flying and shit. And I just be like, where the fuck do you get the budget for this? How do you? I just want to shoot something crazy like you know what I mean?
And what do you think, like, with budget too? Because I always know I hear that word when it comes to music videos, dog. With the budget, like, what comes with that budget? The shooting, the time, the space. What else?
Trust. You gotta trust that people can execute your vision, especially if you come with your idea or your plans,
right?
And they trust you.
Can you shoot it like this? And do
you have like people that can make this happen?
Right.
You know, I have everything already set up. I have this place, that place. Can you come here and do this? And this is what we're thinking. This is what our idea is for the video. I think ask me that. What was What was the last part? What was the last part?
I got caught up in listening, so I forgot what I was saying.
I started talking about Isiah, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, budget in music video. What else comes in the budget? There we go.
Yeah, trust, and then I think just knowing what an artist is,
Okay. Knowing their vision, knowing what they intend to do.
Just knowing where the artist is. Period. Like some motherfuckers gonna come and not have no money, and you might want the practice, you might want the exposure, you might want to learn something. So budgeting it depends on where you at too.
Right. You
can't charge a motherfucker $20,000 and give him a grainy ass video.
Give them fucking $5,000 worth of work, right? I'm trying to get this 15 grand real quick, bro. I'm trying to come up.
Yeah, I don't work like that.
You don't work like, but some people try to make that shit work like that, though.
Yeah, but some people will come and recoup that money too. Some people come and be on your
ass. Get back, yeah. Like, oh, wait, you thought you got me?
Yeah, because remember, you're a cameraman. You're gonna be outside,
right? Unless
you pick what you want. But if you're filming the clubs,
oh, they'll find you.
Oh, it's a small, bro.
They will find you.
Yeah,
they will straight up find you, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's see, man. Did we talk about the Millies and Friends concert at all, man? Did we get into that? So with the Millies and Friends concert, man, one, how was that? What was that experience like? And was that your first show that, for me, when I was seeing it on the IG clips and everything, was that like the first show that you had with a large crowd? Or have you done a lot of events? I think you mentioned festivals and stuff, so I'm assuming those had larger crowds. But was that something that you was like, oh wow, this is different?
So the festivals definitely had a large crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The Millie's concert. Shout out to my man Alex J.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest host, greatest host in the world, Craig. Not just Boston, nigga. In the world, globally, nigga. Alex J. If you Alex J for any parties, any hostings, weddings, whatever. Nigga.
Good to know. Y'all heard that, Alex J.
Alex J.
Heard that. There you go.
That shit was crazy.
It looked it, dog. I seen old team shit. I seen your shit. I was like, this shit I should have went. I was gonna pull up.
So I mean, it was last minute, but it was Alex hit me up and was like, yo, I got this concert coming up. I'm trying to get some content for what he's doing, and I support my friends, I support my brothers. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it, like let's do it.
Word.
He had asked me to do this shit like years ago. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I felt like I wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
What I wanted to deliver to my friends, like I wanted to give them fucking
the best product you can give.
The best product I can give them. You know what I mean? Especially if I want them to go up, I want to be able to fucking take this video and do your thing. And
not to cut you off real quick, just a brief little pivot. Like, do you feel like a lot of people are too eager and jump onto things knowing that they're not prepared, and that could kind of backlog you a little bit more than you expected versus being real with yourself? Because I think a lot of people have to have that mental notion of being like, yo, I'm not ready, and then like, yes, this is an opportunity, but let me like be right first. Do you feel like that's very important in this stuff? Because a lot of people will hop on that and then fuck it up or not be ready or something like that in situations, not even in situations like that. But
I feel like for real, it ain't my job to say if somebody ready or not. All I can say is if I'm ready, because I was still in the learning phases, the learning stages of where I wanted to go.
Right.
Like I said, I ain't have the right computer, I ain't have the right camera, so people can trust in you, but I didn't trust in myself at the time to,
And that's most important, is trusting in yourself.
Yeah, first. And I expressed that, like, yo, listen, can't do it right now, like. But I got you, though.
Right.
I got you. And that time is right. I got you, bro. Even if you don't ask me, like, yo, whenever you decide to trust me again, I got you, bro. So I didn't know who was going to be there. I just knew Millie's was going to be there.
Right.
Because it was his concert. But I didn't know who was gonna be there, and shit. I had the time of my life that night, yo. Like I was a nigga that was in the crowd before, and
that's a surreal moment too, bro.
Yeah, like,
and then you see it. I see you with Millie's, with fucking Jada, with these are people who grew up on with Jada. You know what I'm saying? How was that experience? Like,
as soon as listen. When I seen Jada and I had the camera, I was like, what the fuck? I turned my camera, I'm like, yo, what's the fuck? Because the crowd going crazy.
Right.
Like, you got Millie's, you got Bass Swag, they had LBL, they have fucking Benny the Butcher.
Wow, Benny was there too?
Yeah, they had Bia, they had, who else was there? Well, there's a couple people that was there.
I'm about to
Forgive me if I miss it.
Millies and friends. There was a lot of people there, dog. That's
Millies and friends, bro.
Shit.
I'm talking about Benny the Butcher. I'm on the stage and Benny the Butcher's right here, and I'm like, I'm just recorded, and these niggas is doing their thing,
right,
doing what they great at, you know. And in my mind, I'm doing what I'm great at,
right. And your foot's in that door a little bit too, a little bit more.
Even though I was there, my mission wasn't to be there for those artists.
Right.
I was there for my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I made sure that I was able to stay on task and not be starstruck and shit.
And that's
even though when I seen Jada, I was like, nigga, I called my father and shit. I was like, yo, fuck! Yo, nigga, this nigga Jada, right?
Yeah, that's a legend, dog.
Bro, I had, nigga, put my father on FaceTime with Jada, nigga. My father loves Jada.
That's dope,
so,
man.
I was like, yo, listen, I don't know who the fuck I'm gonna get this opportunity again.
Right.
So I just,
But you focus on the task at hand, which is most important, because some people, I feel like, may get into that situation and forget about the task at hand, or try to, get a little side thing on the back door and make shit happen.
It's like, at the end of the day, yo, I went from being in the crowd just in one moment.
Yep.
In one moment. That moment for me is going to last forever.
100%.
Even if it happened one time.
Yeah.
That one moment, I went from being in the crowd to being
backstage,
on stage walking around.
Right.
Pretty much having all access to where everybody's here to view.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I'm in front of you as well. I'm doing what I'm here to do as well.
That's fire, bro.
It was for me. It was just it was a blessing. It was a dope ass experience. And shit.
Are those like the?
Bring on some more.
Right. Once you get a little taste of that shit, then you're like, damn, I need to get that opportunity again. Because what was the difference? What would you say the overall difference of that experience was compared to any and everything else you did? I mean, obviously, celebrity is in there, legends are in there, people that are well known are there. But like, what would you point out to be that?
Not every celebrity is an asshole. Like, people got personalities. You gotta remember that people are, thousands of people are here to see these people.
Right.
They don't know you. So even me going up to Jada, just asking him, just putting him on the phone. I remember T.I. got into it with somebody at like a gas station or some shit, because recording.
Right.
You don't know these people. You just hope that they can receive you in
they hope they're in a good mood at that time. You fucking around and doing that shit. Yes, that's time and place for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it's all in respect to how you approach people.
Yes, the approach always matters. Don't come up like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, but I think everybody was cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think everybody was cool.
It's funny, man. I seen that, man, on the IG stories. I was like, that's fire. That's like, once again, we grew up listening to dudes like Jadakiss, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the hard work that you put in, and you may have not have manifested that and been like, oh, I want to do that opportunity, but just to be in that room and have the opportunity, I'm like, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But I recognize the hard work that you're putting in for that too. Man.
Appreciate it. I've learned sometimes you don't say yes to everything. You can't be a yes man, but you gotta learn to say yes to opportunities that God puts before you, and
right.
Just learn to just say yes to the right opportunity.
What feels right. Take advantage of your moments and opportunities.
and just go for it and deliver your best work.
Right.
You know, and work with your clients. It's not all about the money.
Oh, I'm big on that.
It's about the relationships and
you gotta do it for the love and the passion first.
Yeah. And if you don't, sometimes even like I said, you gotta be selective with the music you listen to, because you can be working on a video, and if you do it for the money and learning, sometimes you do the shit for the money when you're trying to learn and grow, and but you'll find yourself like at a roadblock, like. It becomes draining to you because there's no passion behind it because you did it for the money. Right. So you'll procrastinate. You'll be on the computer like, yo, man, like
I don't feel like doing this shit today.
I don't feel like doing this shit.
Right.
And
that's okay to not feel like doing it, but
when you're more inspired by the music, it helps drive your creativity a little more.
Right. That's dope, man. Shit. Let's see what else I got for you, dog. Cause I got a couple more.
You got a couple more?
I got a couple more, man. What's your time frame like today?
I'm good right now. All right. I use the bathroom?
Yeah. We're gonna take a little brief pause, man. Adjust the chat real quick. So the bathroom is right around there on the right. Or sorry, the left. What up, chat? Appreciate y'all sliding in, man. Keeping the interview. All right, he's back. He is back. So I got some A&Ws, man. We almost at the conclusion. So we got a couple of those. I have some fun, man. So my next A&W, man, this is in the film category here. So between the sequels of Friday and Next Friday, which one's the best one?
Let me think. So you got Friday After Next.
Yep. But you got Friday and Next Friday.
Friday After Next.
So you got original and the sequel between those two.
So between Friday
and Next Friday. Yeah. Because Friday After Next is, I think, the third one.
Next Friday was funny as shit too.
It was dope.
But if I have to pick between those two, I gotta go with the original. The Friday.
That's what you hear, man. Because ain't nothing like Smokey, Phase On.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bernie.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like that, because I think they tried to remix it with Mike Epps, obviously bringing back Debo, but then I think Mike Epps carried that a lot more for the comedy aspect of it. But for the plot of it, you're like, nah, this started from Smokey and Craig.
Yeah.
On the porch, you know what I'm saying? It's not your Rancho Cucamonga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that shit was still funny.
It was still funny as hell. Like, I love the sequel. Hell yeah. We read the goddamn thing, like, just spraying shit. Like,
I was like, Next Friday gave me like a high school feel.
In what way?
And it gave me it was like a high school, gave me like a high school vibe. Like, Friday gave me more like,
from around the way on the porch outside.
Yeah, like Friday gave me like that movie. It gave me you had Big Worm. You had the
you had relatable characters that you can be like I see around the area all the time. It was relatable.
It kind of Next Friday gave me like it gave me like a not how high. Or like a half-baked.
I say more half-baked. I guess definitely
like, it was like funny, but it was like stupid shit happening.
Because you had Pinky be like, say no, motherfucker, no.
It was like more stupid shit. Like, you got Shorty sliding the cookie down the windshield. Like, it was like stupid humor. But it was still funny.
I don't like
this nigga's jumping on cars. It became
flattening the Beamer and shit.
He's just my wolf. So it was like more like high school comedy.
It was super comedy.
But Friday was like, it was like the mature.
So I'm about to say, Friday wasn't really like, it was a comedy, but it wasn't as a comedy as it was compared to Next Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I think Next Friday was funnier.
Yeah, Next Friday was like stupid funny.
Yes.
To me.
Yes.
Friday was funny, but it was like one of those hood classics. Like, you got Boys in the Hood and you got Friday. Like, you got the super serious and then you got lighthearted serious.
Right.
Still some action.
Still some shit happening,
You know,
there's still some serious subject matter in this shit.
Yeah, it's like you getting your ass whooped, but niggas is laughing.
Right.
Meanwhile, Ricky's really getting shot.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, I slipped my disc. You know what I'm saying? Now let me still keeping it to Friday.
All the pain is hilarious. And all the pain is hilarious.
Oh, okay.
In Friday after next.
Yeah.
Or next Friday. Like the pain that happens, like the motherfucker fall.
Oh yeah,
I slipped my disc.
Yeah, I slipped my disc.
Oh no! Like all that shit is funny.
Or when he's with the auntie, he opens the door.
Open the door. Like none of that stupid shit was happening in Friday.
No. I think
Smokey's mom was serious.
The only thing that was happening was like taking the shit in the bathroom when he was telling him to get a job. But even that was still funny. It's like that means you get to.
And Isiah in the first one, he was just a crackhead.
He was a crackhead, stealing shit, slip and fall.
You know,
Smokey was taking shit. I think it was just magnified.
Even Smokey fucking dragging his leg.
And the whip!
Trying to punch the whip. That's funny. That's funny.
Very underrated, funny ass.
That's funny. Like, it's fucking funny. It's about the break, man.
They say, oh, got this!
That's funny as shit. Look at that.
That's a fact. Or when Bernie Mac's character, when he had to leave the crib, when he got caught up, and they were saying, get up now.
Yeah, he got the midget chase.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it gave it a different feel. It had more of the West Coast. It had more.
It gave more California, like Southern California vibes, or Los Angeles.
Yeah, Rancho Cucamonga gave me just a different. It gave me a different feeling, but it was still fun.
Because you had Michael Rappaport and that. You know what I'm saying? Like
they all gave me different vibes.
Yeah,
though.
It was a different element of comedy because even once you added Pinky into the element, that changed. That fucked it up, but it changed the whole element of the movie for me because I'm like, I can't even keep it together now at this point. Because now this movie's funny as fuck. Then you got Michael Blackson in the same scene talking about I can't get jiggy with this shit. Yeah. Which, comedic purposes, funniest character out of the Friday series. Smokey, Pinky, Cat Williams' character, Mike Epps, and then there's somebody else you can throw in there. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it right there for right now.
I go with my dog, Mike Epps, yo.
Okay.
I think Cat Williams is definitely funny. Even Ice Cube be funny.
Ice Cube be funny as shit sometimes too. Like just the way he be looking at the camera sometimes, he's doing like certain shit where he's not even meant to be funny, but it's just funny.
Yeah, Ice Cube is hilarious. Yeah. Smokey definitely legendary for the role that he played, and everybody had to kind of keep up with who Smokey was, and they're still trying to find Smokey.
Right.
You know?
Is he rehab? Is he good? Like, what's going on?
So, but as far as funny, I think Mike Epps was just...
I would say that because he had 2 films, though, too. Mike had 2.
Yeah, he did have
He had 2 films with that. You know what I mean? And Ice Cube and him are a great little comedic dynamic, low-key.
Yeah, they are. But Ice Cube, Mike Epps is also fucking hilarious.
Oh, he's funny as shit.
And he's like on the spot,
improvises the shit out of shit.
Probably makes the environment a lot lighter. You know what I mean? 100%. So I think Mike Epps for that series, he was definitely a good selection for the cast.
Okay, I can agree with you honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because he once again he had 2, so it's like you had more of a range to see his comedic aspect of it, and it's more lasting. You know what I'm saying? Like I can quote and do a lot more Mike Epps things throughout like the Friday series than I can with Smokey or Cat Williams.
Yeah, but Cat
Williams was funny,
hilarious. Yo.
But like it was more like. He had the pockets of being funny.
Cat Williams was funny in the other movie he did with Ice Cube.
Oh, the one with the church. Oh, he was hilarious in that. Hilarious in that. That was funny as hell. Is it something Sunday? First Sunday, some shit. Yeah, it was funny as shit, dog. Because you know what's funny is I don't even bang with Tracy Williams like that.
Tracy Morgan,
sorry. Yes, I don't bang with Tracy Morgan like that, but he was actually kind of funny in that movie.
Tracy Morgan's funny.
I don't find him that funny, dog. I don't know why you.
Tracy Morgan was funny.
It's me, it's Tracy Morgan. Like I don't really be banging with Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan got the stupid humor, but I respect his craft. He's funny.
Right. It's like slap happy,
especially when he was playing on playing at Martin when he was doing the shit with the Kazoos. Yeah,
Yeah, also, man, yeah.
And he was fucking pick up the pieces.
I'll take every experience over him, bro.
When that motherfucker said it was free range chicken, I made it with pork and bean juice. I was like, yo, this kid is crazy.
Yeah, I was not a big Tracy Morgan. Like, Tracy Morgan is the black version of Will Ferrell for me.
You don't like Will Ferrell?
Nah, bro.
You're tripping.
Nah, bro. Right. Shit, now you got me on the spot, man. Who do I like that?
You don't like Will Ferrell? What you don't like about Will Ferrell?
I don't think he's that funny. Like, simple as that, I just don't think Will Ferrell's that funny. To be honest with you, like, the funniest thing for me was Anchorman for me. I'll take Steve Carell over him.
I think Steve Carell's funny too.
I like Steve Carell, bro. Ever since he's funny as shit.
I just like people that do stupid shit.
Right.
They just got stupid. Like,
stupid
Will Ferrell, he seems like the type of person that, like, he'll fucking just start just singing out of nowhere, just some dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen Step Brothers? Yeah, like they do all kinds of childish shit. I feel like that's his personality. I dig it. I feel like his personality is stupid as shit. Very, very smart.
Right. I just never been a Will Ferrell guy, bro. Like,
Jim Carrey?
I love Jim Carrey.
Jim
Carrey's funny as hell. And then it's like, even with Ben Stiller, like, I don't like Ben Stiller like that. Vince Vaughn, I'll take Vince Vaughn over him. You know what I'm saying? As far as comedians and funny, like, movies and shit.
Vince Vaughn is cool, but
he has movie roles where he's funny. That's really what it is. He's not like a comedian, but I think the roles that he plays in, he excels in them by being funny.
Vince Vaughn, I feel like has he played any killer roles? I feel like Vince Vaughn could be a killer or something. I got the same.
You know what's funny is he was in Jurassic Park, part 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy. When I was watching it the other day, I went through like a whole Jurassic Park case.
You're like a psychopath. If I'm thinking Vince Vaughn, he look like he could be a psychopath in a movie.
Really? You know what's funny? I wouldn't see that one. I did not see that.
No,
it's too funny.
It's too funny.
Like, Vince Vaughn's kind of too like funny. Like, he's too sarcastic, too like animated a little bit for me to
could probably make him a good serial killer.
I guess, you know, I get. Would you put like Jim Carrey as a good serial killer? Because like he's playing the villain with the Sonic shit, and I can't see that.
Yeah, nah.
But it still works though.
I think Jim Carrey could probably. I think he might have played a role where, let me not even speak on what that role might have. It was like, I don't know if it was like a psychopathic role. He had like long hair.
It was a serious. I feel like that was like some 2010 shit.
It was old, but it wasn't like one of those the mask type movies.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It sounds like something in 2010. Cause I feel like it's either that or it might have been Ashton Kutcher that played in that role that you're talking about. Because you described the long hair, but I feel like I've never seen Jim Carrey in a serious role though. Too, which is funny.
You see, it was called the number 23. It looked like, and then he played the cable guy. He was crazy in the cable guy.
I remember the cable guy. I do remember the cable guy.
I mean, Jim Carrey got a little range. Yeah, Jim Carrey his movies was funny.
All his movies kind of hit for the most part. Like Bruce Almighty,
that shit was funny.
That shit was funny as shit too. Jim Carrey's a legend. Even goes back from like Living Color days. That was my shit. Living Color was my shit. Now, would you choose Living Color or SNL?
In Living Color.
I'm going to Living Color, bro. Straight up like that, up and down. Like,
all day.
You can't tell me, like, I know SNL's been 30 years plus, but
Damon Wayans,
Homie the Clown,
Jamie Foxx,
dog,
Tommy Davis,
everything, the whole cast, bro. And I got another one for you, bro. And this one, we might have to talk about this one because I know this is controversial as fuck. I'm choosing the Jamie Foxx show over Martin.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's preference. I think they both tried to do the same type of thing, just different. Jamie Foxx was more like family.
Yep.
Martin was more like partners. Like, everybody had a partner somewhere. Like, even though Pam didn't have Tommy all the time, they were kind of like partnered in.
They were like that.
Martin and Gina were the partners, and then you had Cole and Big Shirley. Even though you ain't see Big Shirley.
Never seen Big Shirley, you know what I'm saying? You had Big Shirley, you know?
You had Big Shirley.
I went back to the crib for Big Shirley.
You know what I mean? So it was like the couples always trying to find something to do and keep it in the family.
Word. What do you think Big Shirley looked like? If you was to put a body type in the description on Big Shirley, what do you think she looked like? Was Big Shirley bedridden? You think Big Shirley was bedridden? I think she was.
I think Big Shirley was big, and I think she probably looked like Big Worm in the face. Like
Big Worm in the face is crazy.
With the curls. And a big ass Big Mama blouse on.
Oh no! Yo, I'm gonna take away that first description, and I'm gonna add what's that person that looks like Shannon Sharp, but isn't Shannon Sharp, but it's like a woman. I don't even know what this person is. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but the person looks just like Shannon Sharp. Wears the wigs, has the craters all over her face and shit. It's missed something.
Oh no!
Fuck. I would throw her face on there. I'll tell you right now. Whoever that woman is that looks just like Shannon Sharp, that's who I picture Big Shirley every single time.
Yeah, that's crazy. I see that shit.
I picture that every single time, bro. But with more answering wise, man, 'cause I got a few. We did Belly and Paid in Full, right?
No, we didn't do Belly and Paid in Full.
Oh,
we did.
We were just talking about Belly. That's what it was.
Boys in the Hood and
Menace Society. So with Hood Classics, between Belly and Paid in Full, which way you going? And this is tough too. I feel like because Paid in Full is more realistic, and then Belly goes back to like how it was shot and shit. That I'm like, it's hard to compare, but I don't know. Me, I have a tie. I like both.
Well, I feel like Belly started with a robbery, so you never really got to see how they came up.
Mm-hmm.
You just knew that niggas was in the game.
They was on the game. They was just getting robbed. They got live. That's what
Paid in Full was more like
there's a storyline, the plot from the beginning, the origins.
Yeah, it was like the three friends, and then you got to see how niggas start switching up when money is involved.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think niggas started switching up. I don't think niggas started switching up in Belly.
I said it was though.
It started switching up.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, but that was a hater.
He was a hater.
That was a hater.
But who was Method Man's
Rico and Paid in Full? He was in the circle.
See, but I feel like
the other nigga was a hater from the outside.
Okay.
So he just started hating niggas.
True.
You know what I mean? This is like
I don't like that shit.
It's like me, you, and B, and then you fucking. I end up getting more money, and then you start. You know what I mean? Doing some shit and
doing some shady shit.
You try to set me up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's just different. I think the way it was shot. I think Paid in Full was a little more raw.
Mm-hmm.
That was cinematic.
It felt like
it gave me that old school feel. It gave me Paid in Full gave me that old school feel. Like it gave me a feel. I felt joy watching that movie.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Word.
I felt joy, especially when you seen Mitch getting out of jail, smiling,
everybody got money, everybody coming up.
Yeah, I felt
joy. Had the DJ in the background, like, you know what it is, listen to me, brother.
I felt joy.
Felt the part of that.
I felt, you know what I'm saying? So it did what it was supposed to do. It evoked emotion.
Word.
I felt like Belly, between those two, I probably, certain scenes I like in Belly, but
I thought I that intro, though.
Yeah, nah.
Nothing matches that Belly intro, bro. With the eyes, the way it's shot, like going back to how you, like that's what always stood out for me was, and even the soundtrack. How do you want it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that whole intro was
going to Jamaica. Even the shot with Ox in the mansion, and him bucking,
blamming on everybody.
You see the sparks flying from the guns.
Because the dark scene too. It's dark.
It's black and white. It's just like Tommy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the nigga who got his shit split.
That's why I always say it's a tie between me. I don't think I can choose between Belly and Paid in Full. I ain't gonna lie.
I think if you go on Cinema. If you're looking for a film, I would go with Belly. If you're looking for a good storyline, I would go with Paid in Full.
It depends on what you're looking for, what you're trying to watch that day.
Yeah. You know how what's that shit? You ever seen this might be this is a bad comparison. One was a TV like a TV series. But you've seen Central Park 5, right?
Yeah.
Like
the joint on Netflix, right? A couple years ago? Yeah.
Like Paid in Full, there's certain parts in that kind of like if you look at Paid in Full, like it reminds you of like, you know, like New York and
I think anytime they go back to the 80s and how they feel, they make you feel in that time when they go back to that word. So
if I was going for storyline, I would go for Paid in Full. If I was going for like to pick a movie,
right,
I'd probably go Belly.
I like the way you answered that because you kind of said both. That's just one way of being like, I'm gonna choose both without saying it, but like
I fuck with all of them.
Yeah, that's a fact because like neither one of them is bad. It's a preference thing, but the way you explained it, I'm like, he ain't want to say one or the other, but he said both with that.
I say both. It depends on what I'm looking for. If I want to get some dope shots, like for myself, I would probably pick from Belly.
Yep.
If I want to figure out how I want to make a storyline and carry the storyline with different people, I'll probably go with Belly I'll probably go with Paid in Full.
Right. Because it's a lot more layered. The story's a lot more layered.
Yeah. It's 3 people opposed to just 2 people, and you know.
But I feel like with the 2 people that you mentioned in Belly, I feel like the side characters played a huge role in the goddamn movie, though. I mean, Method Man stood a role. My man from Menace to Society, I don't like that. Rico played a role.
He did.
T-Boss played a significant role. The dark skinned shorty that was DMX's girl who played in Bronx Tale, she played a huge role. Those are major actors too.
Yeah,
think about it. And obviously X and Nas. So I think that focused a lot more on more characters.
Whose budget you think was bigger?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Hype Williams. I don't know why. I just feel like Hype Williams was more on the budget.
Telling the quality.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like quality itself, and like I feel like he was a music video guy back then. The budgets for music videos were like fucking $1 million and shit. So I'm gonna go with that one based off that knowledge.
It's like which one looks more independent?
Paid in Full.
That's how I like. That's how I kind of like select. Like, but Paid in Full was still fucking fire.
Great movie, classic. These are the classics we talking about. Don't get me wrong.
Because even if it was fucking not a big production, like the storyline made you be like, this shit is top tier.
And it helps that it was a realistic storyline too. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about Paid in Full, like anybody from New York would know about that story. Anybody that's just involved in hip hop and just knows those stories and those references, they'd be like, okay, this is why we focus
on real people.
Yeah. You know, that's more relatable. And especially in like, the hip hop culture and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think was more influential on hip hop culture between the two? Belly or Paid in Full?
More influential?
Yeah.
I would say Paid in Full.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I would say Paid in Full because Paid in Full, I feel like,
and I'm pondering myself, so don't make that sound for you.
Because it was real and people knew those characters and they wasn't made up, I feel like people actually wanted to be like those people. Like, you always hear Cameron reference like Rich Porter.
Right, and people was really mad about dudes playing those roles too, or at least Cam's role anyway, but.
And who do you play? Like Alpo?
Alpo, yeah.
I
think he got shot for that role too, to be real, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got shot for that.
Yeah, but I mean, people always want to be the biggest. They want to be the biggest drug dealers.
Right.
And, no, not all people, but
but if
people that be following that lifestyle.
Right, if you're in that lifestyle, yeah. That's the aspirations. I might disagree with you.
You gonna go Belly?
I think I'm gonna go Belly, mainly because I feel like Belly inspired what we've seen out of Paid in Fulls and like any other type of like, you know, hood classic movie that came after that. And then it inspired other rappers to kind of become actors in movies that are like the hood flicks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Nas and DMX kind of put that in the forefront for rappers to be like, oh, I can do this acting thing a lot more than like, which is going to go into my next question with like, you know, Tupac was probably one of the first actor rappers out there that was making it big, but you know, you see Nori acting, you know what I'm saying? You see Cam acting. So I think Belly influenced a lot more other rappers to start acting based off of the rappers that acted in those movies.
Nah, I'll have to disagree. I feel like there was actors already acting before.
There was, you know, Ice-T, like Ice Cube. There was a bunch, yes.
Even LL was acting.
Yeah. Well, LL was acting. What did LL do before that?
Given Sunday, LL had Crush Groove.
But those was 2000s though.
Crush Groove was like.
Wait, no, that was 96.
90s,
that was like 96. So I'm forgetting about a lot. For me, LL, I'm thinking Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea.
Which I think was like 99.
He even had the show In the House.
He had In the House was dope. In Too Deep was fire. You ain't no Cop J. Reed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. But it all depends on the timeline with those movies, though. 'Cause I feel like some of those movies LL was in, they weren't as big. Like he wasn't in a big like hip hop movie though.
I don't think it has. Nas is only in one.
That was only Nas. Nas only in one. But I'm just saying,
you got DMX movies and
almost died, right? And he was in those movies that went in the box office and shit. Like, and I'm saying more or less because those are artists from New York too. That's kind of what I was getting at as well too. Like those artists happen to be from New York. They probably easily in a lot of people's top 5, top 10s of all time rapper lists. So I think that, for me, I just think that was more influential on the culture.
Belly?
Yeah.
Maybe. Teacher's on.
If he's wrong, yeah, I don't think it's the wrong answer.
Yeah, Teacher's on.
I mean, I don't think it's the wrong answer at all.
I think it did. Teacher's on.
But Paid in Full has more quotables and it's more long. It's like has a lot of longevity on the culture though. So that's why I'm like, I do see it. But then I'm like, it goes back to the originals and the origins. You know what I'm saying? Belly's is like the origins of like a hip hop film and rappers being in films that are.
Fab even got quotables from Paid in Full on the Soul Tapes.
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of those. Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to talk about the culture, I don't hear any cultural references to Belly besides what film is better but you know. And
I can't go off the top, so you might be right. You know what I'm saying? That I can think of off the top where I can be like, let me match it with that Fab shit where it's like with Belly. Well, yeah, because if I'm the same shit,
Still Gonna Love Me. That's one
Rico,
of it.
I don't like that shit. Rico from Belly Boys. Fab's the only one I didn't do. And that's a main one though. I don't like that shit. It is a main quotable from that, and like that's a main bar in rap though.
Yeah,
unless it's Fab though. It might be just really Fab, but
that'll be coming with all the hot shit.
Word. Shit, man. What's my next one that I had that was kind of in line with that? Since we're gonna keep in New York, man. Actually, no, we're keeping it in the movies again, man. So your best rapper actor, between Tupac and LL. Who's the better actor?
I gotta go with Pop.
Okay.
Ain't no movie like
Juice.
Ain't no movie he made like Juice or Above the Rim.
Above the Rim. You can even go the movie he did with Jim Belushi. That's one of my favorite movies of Tupac's. Nah. Gang related. Fire. Gridlock's new one. I think he came like right after he died, type of thing. But yeah, that one's like the best movie. Like that's the best Tupac film for me. Is gang related because it showed something that we weren't used to seeing with Tupac, and that was him playing a cop and playing a serious role. Because I think all the other roles he's kind of playing a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And then playing a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And Juice and then that one, which elevated him as like a legend in that part of the game. But I think gang related just showed his versatility. But if I was to really go with actors, though,
you probably go LL.
Yeah.
Same shit, because LL had, but don't forget, Tupac was also on A Different World just as much. Not just as much, but LL had the series in the house.
Yes,
but Tupac was also he also appeared on different shit too.
Yes. And he appeared in another show, I feel like, too. Was it Brandy shit? No.
He was on A Different World with Jada.
Yep. He's made a couple appearances and cameos. Yes.
And he probably guest appeared on. I wouldn't doubt it if he guest appeared on Martin too.
I think that was just big.
It was just big.
I think so. I
wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Yeah, because I feel like he had like Jodeci and everybody, so it wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
That was the fun part about '90s shows though too. Like when it was like, I guess what I would say in-house, right, where you had black TV shows, but then within the black TV shows, you had artists hop on and do the cameos. I miss those. I miss those in TV shows, bro.
But that's why you got shows like Wild 'N Out now.
Yeah, but that's like a parody show though. It's not like a TV series. That's more like a Jim Carrey shit or In Living Color. Yeah,
but that's like the modern day Living Color, and that's what's fire because everybody that come through there, they either came from YouTube or Instagram.
Yep, they're influencers.
And they get on the show, and then
they take off.
Nick make them, do what they fucking do.
I think that's not how I discovered. It was either Cat Williams. No. It was Kevin Hart, I think. I think that's how I started people who Kevin Hart was, because when he first started hopping on that show on Wild 'N Out, that's why I was like, oh, Kevin Hart's really funny as fuck. Like, I knew about him, but that was what kind of like...
You fuck with Kevin Hart from Paper Soldiers?
Paper Soldiers, he was funny as fuck in that movie, dog. He was funny. He was funny as fuck.
When he had that serious... Was it the Seriously Funny joint?
That's not No, is it? That didn't come from No. I'm not ready. He wasn't ready or whatever. That's not that, right?
Nah. I forgot which one it was. But Kevin Hart was definitely in Paper Soldiers.
Oh, he was the main character in that. It was him, fucking Kermit the Frog looking motherfucker. Beanie Siegel. That was my movie because I think when Beanie was being such a bully dog, like, he's like, oh, you got a strap, nigga?
Yeah, he was rocking out that shit. I was cracking up.
Oh yeah, that movie funny as hell, man.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. I feel like I knew about Kevin Hart before then, though.
So what's funny is that I knew about Kevin Hart after Paper Soldiers, but I went back and was like, oh, this is Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't discover him through Paper Soldiers, though. That's it was definitely, I think, through Wild 'N Out for me. But even with the actor thing, though, dog, like going back to that, I have to stick with LL.
Nah, you won't be wrong with that.
Yeah, I gotta stick with LL.
I think just for those roles with Tupac, they were just legendary roles.
Yes. it wasn't.
But LL got
a resume.
Yeah, he got a resume.
It's a resume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I was just being biased.
Oh, I mean, that's all right, because I'm ready to be biased again.
Yeah, I was just being biased. But LL Cool J is one of my favorite all-time.
Same. He's my 1B. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, so we segue into that. Who's your all-time favorite rapper? Like, mine is Eminem, but it's LL as 1B. So they both number one. But like, who's your favorite all-time like rapper?
Favorite all-time rapper, Tupac.
Okay.
And if I'm gonna stay current,
this is all time, so it don't gotta be current.
Shit. Who do I listen to the most? I like Young Dolph.
So you love the down south too, bro. You love that south music. Word. I've only heard a handful of Dolph's music, but from what I've heard, I definitely like the shit that I've heard.
Yeah, I like
it's good riding around with music and shit.
He's just chill.
Yeah,
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I like Young Dolph.
Okay.
I like a lot of other shit too. But.
And I think we all do, because I think we all, when we get into listening to music, it's all about what you're looking for. Like for me, like we talked about it offline, like I like to go for lyrics first, then the beat. It's not like you like to go for the beat first, then the lyrics. So it's
I like to listen to what they say, but everybody don't say the shit the same way.
Nah, facts. It's all about you deliver that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? I feel like Dolph was you know what they say, ahead of their time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of those. He's one of those people.
You know, that's how I felt about Vaughn. I like King Vaughn a lot, and I didn't even fuck with like a lot of drill Chicago rap, but it was something about that guy that I was really fascinated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the way he told a story, the way he just, you know, it was negative ass shit, but it was the way he was telling that story, and then he was telling his truth and his story that I really was rocking with, because he delivered it in a way that I'm like, I know we don't fuck with this type of flow, but Vaughn's got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dirks came before him, like those Chicago rappers and stuff, and I didn't even really bang with Dirk like that. I still don't. To keep it a buck, like, I still don't bang with Dirk like, but something about that King Vaughn dog, I was like, this dude nice.
I fuck with both of those artists. I like certain singles that they be having.
Yeah, I like the collabs too. The collabs is
but I think as far as like King Vaughn and Young Dolph, I like Young Dolph more than King Vaughn, because Young Dolph is more calmer. He's more composed. King Vaughn, he's
a wild nigga.
Wow, he's giving you the energy. Yeah. If you want some energy, go to King Vaughn.
And that's why I like
smooth. Yeah. Get you some money.
Yeah.
Get you some bag.
Golf.
Crank on that dog.
So right out, you throw on the ball. You know that was bad. Oh man. Yeah, I'm always gonna stick with the old school, man. Like, you know, we was having this conversation before we recorded, like being stuck in like, you know, certain time lapses in music. And I'm definitely one of those dudes that I stay in the time lapse with the music. Like, I will go out and listen. This is why I also do the channel too. Like, I get put onto mad music because of the channel. Because before doing this shit, I'll tell you right now, it would just be Fab, Jada, M, Dr. Dre, 1990. Like, I don't live in that world. Man, I'll still listen to shit, but if I want to play that shit in my car,
dropped the album.
I seen that whole bunch of the old heads drop the album.
Listen to that shit too.
You know, I'm gonna peep that.
When Nas be dropping, I'll be grabbing it.
Any OG that drop, I'll pick it up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I like music with substance at the end of the day. Because I feel like they bring something different versus the newer music that's out. Everybody sound the same.
Yeah, I feel like most people's top 5 always be the same too. That's why I don't really like answering that shit.
Yeah, it's imaginary, bro. Jay, Nas, Biggie, Tupac.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's on the age you asking though too.
So I like to just, you know, I keep, if I'm gonna go one from then and one from now, I just, you know, of course I like fucking Jay-Z,
right?
Biggie, Nas. I mean,
and it's funny, me and
J. Cole, I still like fucking J. Cole too.
Right, despite of everything that he did as a rapper, you know what I mean?
But J. Cole, I feel like that it's. Remember how people used to look at like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole before the battle?
Yep.
I feel like J. Cole kind of like outed himself, but now you kind of look at J. Cole like he's back in that part where you see him
out of the pocket,
but it's like now Kendrick and Drake, like you kind of put them over him.
It's like so
it's like, who is J. Cole running with now? Like, is he gonna go against like the Big Seans
or like the Wale?
Yeah, because now it's like Kendrick and Drake.
These two of them, right?
Yeah,
they're the two kings of the 2010s era, basically.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, do you think too, like somewhere with basketball, do you think we need to start, when we ask these all-time, you know, who's your favorite, do we need to start categorizing them in generations and in eras? Because, like you said, you be like, yeah, when people ask me that, I'm going to go
all the time.
Because the game's changing.
Motherfucker our age might be like, I like Allen Iverson. New age kid might be like, I like Kyrie.
Or I like Kyrie. Yeah.
It's like, some motherfucker, I heard some crazy shit. Somebody said, I think they was talking about the LeBron and Michael Jordan conversation, and you know, it's like, yeah, you might not. People might be like, oh, you wasn't even old enough to see Michael Jordan play many games. How you know he's great? And LeBron is better. It's like, yo, Michael Jordan is that nigga.
Michael Jordan was different, B. Yo, YouTube that motherfucking boy.
Michael Jordan is that nigga, bro.
But watch some games that y'all be like, nah, we done with basketball. Winning, and that's the thing that people don't be missing, is like the winning aspect of it, bro. Like, this motherfucker won.
In dunking too? And shooting?
So anyway, that's up one shot. We talking about this bag talk with these players.
Talking about take the ball with fucking 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left.
You know what time it is. He's making that MIDI all day. He's going to do this shit, and he's going to hit it and be like this right after. What it is. Every single time. Jordan's my GOAT, bro. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron, he's my top 5. But I feel like he's forced into my top 5 by default. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's all about the journey for me.
After Michael Jordan, it's just you gotta get like you gotta just put power in there. You have to have LeBron James because fucking better than Jordan, bro.
Nobody.
You got Kobe.
Kobe's just a carbon copy.
Okay, so I mean, you still gonna leave out mad players. You think Allen Iverson was better than Kobe?
No, absolutely not. But will I take Iverson and Kobe? Am I more favorite of Iverson and Kobe?
If you're going by positions. If you go on point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, then you probably gonna pick Allen Iverson. But if you had a chance to put a fucking team together,
it's gonna be
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Are you picking Steph Curry and Allen Iverson to pick to fill those starting 5?
Going Jordan and Kobe.
You going Jordan and Kobe.
Oh,
and you might pick LeBron.
You know what I'm saying? But then you leaving out the Magics. You know what I'm saying?
You only got 5 spots.
You leaving out KDs and shit, Shaqs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that gets left out. It depends on what you trying to build. It depends on what you trying to build.
But I mean, shit. You building with 2 of the most fucking
psychopathic players in the game. Mama. The Black Jesus. The black cat, you know what I'm saying? Anything black, it was like, yeah, that's him.
They get the ball with no time left on the clock every time, and they score.
Who would you say is more clutch between the two? Who would you pick? If your life was on the line, who you giving that last shot to? Jordan or Kobe? I know where I'm going.
You going Kobe?
Nah, you going Jordan or Mike?
I don't know if I gotta say Kobe because of that advice.
Oh nah, we advice talking about this all the time. I'm a Jordan guy, really. Life on the line, Jordan all day. I done seen Jordan do it in the finals.
Yeah, nah,
that's what it is for me. I ain't seen Kobe do that shit in the finals. Yeah. Game winners in the finals. Yeah, he hit big shots, but I'm talking game winners in the finals. I ain't seen it except for Jordan.
Yeah, nah.
Between the two.
Nah, I gotta go Jordan.
Jordan all day, and he's 6-0.
B loves.
Kobe got to the max.
I got Kobe's for B today too.
Kobe cool, you know what I'm saying? But we talking about who's better between the two. I'm gonna go Jordan all day, man. You know that. You know that.
Jordan's that guy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, yo.
Like, he's our version of the greatest of all time. But like, I know we can say not Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Bill Russell, really, that's it. But that's really for the rings. And I consider Bill Russell the greatest winner of all time. But I don't look at him as the greatest basketball player of all time. And I don't know if people separate the two, but I do.
Well, moves evolve over time.
Yo, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean at that time, got a bag. But
at that time, Bill Russell was probably shutting shit down for the moves that they had. Until
and little push shots and shit.
That shit walking, shutting shit down. That time, the bag wasn't upgraded yet. Now niggas lay right. Niggas got archives of moves.
Bro, they got triple. Shit. Or there's some moves I be like, I didn't grow up seeing that, so I don't know what that is.
I get crossed up every time I try to do it. I sprained my own ankle trying to call it.
Bro, I remember I tried to do a Euro step, bro, travel. I was like, never again. Spin moves it is. Spin moves
Yeah, you really gotta practice now.
Yeah. You can't just hop on the court and be like,
yeah, now you got.
It don't work like that, dog. These moves is different. Like, listen, I was guarding a young buck at LA Fitness like 2 months ago. Defense regular shit. Nigga hit me with a step back. I said, well, I can't guard that. Like I was in front of him, but I wasn't. If you know what I'm saying, like I could. There was no space for me to get my hand up. I was like, I guess I'm here. You gonna put that shit up? That's what it is.
I ain't played ball in a minute. It's too many new moves.
Yo, you're right.
I've been working on videos. I'll come and record some moves, nigga, but. I probably ain't stepping on the court. I probably shoot some jumpers.
Right.
I can still play, but
listen, my old ass be out here still out there running with them, dog. Still running.
Yeah,
I just don't guard the Euro step niggas. Once I see you do a Euro step, I'm like, yo, switch. Like, give me the midi guy. Give me the guy that shoots in mid range.
yeah, I wish. I need some. I wish.
I still try to balance the two, man. I try to make these videos, man. I try to play ball. I try to live the life.
Yeah.
You know, last year I definitely was consumed with this because I started playing ball for the first time in a year since doing this shit.
Yeah.
It feels like shit. But we get right back into it. You know, this is repetition at the end of the day. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I haven't fucking played ball in a minute.
trust me, if you go and play, you're going to feel it the next day because we're in the same age, bro. We're in our mid-30s, bro.
Yeah.
Ball at 35 plus is different. Any activity after 35 feel different. You know what I'm saying?
Bones hurt a little while.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you wake up and you ache your shit, you know?
Recovering your legs.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh.
We out here with them little massage guns and sea moss now, you know what I mean? Make sure the recovery come back right.
I definitely got one of them.
Oh man. But what's your plans for the brand in 2025, man? What do you have on your bulletin board? If you want to share.
Always just I thought about merch at one point. I feel like every brand has merch, but I didn't want to be like, this was just a start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just something to come up with, something to, you know, try to figure out what my lane was.
Right.
Of course, we can all expand and make things better. I wanted to. I just wanted to make better work. That's always been my main focus, is just making my work better.
Right.
And everything else will come. I started a fragrance. Oh
yeah, let's talk about that a little bit too. Yeah.
Called Saying. Saying is my grandmother's. That's what my family call her. That's her nickname. But we just like, you know, anytime you get dressed up, you know, you look nice. You always leave the house and, you know, you want to smell good.
Throw that shit on, you know.
Put that shit on. You want to smell good. You know,
the ladies love when you smell good.
Love when you smell good. So
it's important as hell.
I want something that represents myself.
Right.
These are part of the things that I like and I do daily. Like, I love wearing trucker hats.
Yep.
I love putting on cologne before I go anywhere and smelling good.
Yep.
I'm sure that I'm sure the ladies love it too. So I made it unisex.
Yep.
So you can wear this fragrance to any event. It's not too bold. You know.
Do you promote it on Instagram at all?
I promoted it on Instagram when I first started it. I actually had some opportunities come my way on promoting it and, like, you know, doing shows and like walking and stuff.
Okay.
I just, you know, it's all about when you're ready. You know, some opportunities might not be on the table forever. But you know, I'm doing all this shit by myself.
Right. One man band.
I ain't got. It's all myself. So I would like to come out with some merch, but it's not something that I'm like crazy
about it at the moment.
I'm more crazy about creating.
Right. The product will come when it comes if you get to that, and eventually, I'm sure people will peep because you wear your own stuff too. Self-promotion is the best promotion.
And if I make some shit, I want to make sure that I'm wearing that shit too, because I rock these shits I used to rock these shits all the time.
Right, I remember.
You know? So I want to make sure it's something that I can wear, not just when I'm working, but just something that, you know, you put on and feel good and not feel like it's all about a videographer. You know, it's actually like some shit you can rock.
Right.
You know,
like you feeling a part of it. And like it's a movement down there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And let me ask you too. I don't know if like this is something that you thought of consciously or not, but it's something that I've been peeping as a theme with like your placement of like how you put things in your product. It seems like a lot of it's very family oriented. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like, you know, like with your logo, you have, like you said, your brother's birthday in there, your date, and then your cologne is your grandmother's name, and then obviously your thing is like your name and yourself. Like, Is that something you thought of as you've done it, or is it just kind of like, this feels good and I got this and I'm representing it? Like, what is your thought process on that? Like, is that something that you consciously thought about, I guess?
I feel like everything has a name, right? Like Sean John.
I was gonna say, it goes back to these brands that are popping. They're always a name.
You got Sean John,
the ketchup brand, Hunts. Yes, that's the last name. Okay, so you're in that mindset.
It's all the same shit.
Yep. Okay, that's kind of what I was getting at too. So,
you know, Carl Knott. It's, you know, they're all names.
Somebody's actual real name. It's them.
All of those designers is all names. Kanye West changed this shit changed it to Ye now, but they were called Yeezys.
Yeah.
So they're all names. So I try not to think too much on the name, but creating a good product that represents the name.
Right.
So I don't really stress the name.
Right. It just kind of comes with
it's just like
plan.
Yeah, like Isiah Lamar. I just hope to make it a great household name one day. Just like
it was all smooth too. Like
I remember one time I told one of my friends from school, and he said, he's like Isiah Lamar. I could see, he was talking about this logo. He was like, I could see that on the bottle of cologne, and I was like, yo,
that's a fact.
I was like, yo, I love cologne. Shit, why not? And then I just, years later, I was like, how the fuck do you make a cologne? Or how do you start this shit?
Right.
And then I just started doing research, and
and then you can still go back to that because you already got the product in place too. Yeah. You already got the ideas and everything already in place.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Once again, this is a businessman, entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? My man is about getting the bag, getting the hustle, man. That's what it's all about. And that's kind of what I like to do on this channel, man, is just kind of share those things with people out there with the platform that I got. Because with what you're doing, there's artists and people that look at the channel and, you know, I talk with all the time. So I'm like, with me doing this, you never know who you can get in connection with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of like a expanding the resources on my end for folks that are doing stuff for the community, dog, and doing stuff for the world. So I got with that, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. I got you, a gift from.
Yeah, I was gonna say we in the product talking right now, man. So my man's lady got a product here with candles.
Shout out to Ivy.
And it goes back to, once again, we still family oriented here. So
yeah, if you want, some candles that smell good, So I ain't really I don't know too much about, but
it's all about putting the product out there. Yes, she got an Instagram or a place where people can.
So these are the wax melts. Those are the that's the actual candle.
Okay.
She included.
You smell this too, actually.
Yeah, she got the matches.
Ooh, it smell good too, y'all. Listen,
got the matches.
I'll post a link in the descriptions.
But yeah, shout out to Luke Woods. It's just A. Sweatherman, the Visionaries, Obi Boston, the Sound Lab. Shout out to anybody that supported me. Shout out to you for having me on your show.
Word. Appreciate you, brother, for coming. You know what I'm saying? Taking the time out your day.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that, made this shit possible. And for, thank y'all for the support and continued support. And,
Don't forget to follow my man on the Instagram. I posted the link here in the chat. I'm gonna post a link in the descriptions as well too. And we're gonna be back. This ain't gonna be the last time you see him. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring people back, catch up, do more chatting, and we might even talk more music and stuff like that too. But this is about my man Keith today. This is about the homie today. And this is what we really about. So if you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. But that's where we're concluding that today. We out of here.
Appreciate it,
bro. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh, baby.
That is how we conclude my 5th interview on this motherfucker. Damn.